us this morning. Efanso, good morning, and thank you for tuning in and also phoning in as to provide whatsoever information you think you have.
Well, thank you very much, Sekou, and good morning to the people of Liberia. I am the head of corporate communications at Central Bank, and I listen to you and your colleague when you posted two different posts, I think on yesterday evening or last evening. I responded to those posts. The first
yes, even people who are called by my name.
at Pro Money
Even people who are called by my name
first post.
will humble themselves
Because they
and
sent
listen to my command as
on Facebook.
God.
Central Bank had taken
If they listen to me and humble themselves as their God,
communications.
I will handle their situations.
Why
Supreme Court of Liberia.
the information? I did two separate posts.
Mr. Salih, you need to come back here
One,
in the studio.
I was not being specific, but I said monies were brought in the country.
Mr. Salih, you can come back in the studio and mute these voices.
Monrovia. I was not specific in that.
Right.
It was
The Supreme Court of Liberia
even. Let me just
reserves ruling in the hot saga.
in and out of the country.
No ruling has come out yet.
I posted and I
Don't
was
be misled.
about
There has been no rulings.
responsible for the three containers of money that was brought in the country on last Tuesday and taken out of the people of Monrovia at 8:48 p.m.
There has been no ruling yet.
The point I am making to you is that when you
The Supreme Court will come up with decision.
clean
When you listen to both sides of the coin, the
I-
pro side of Speaker Kofa
and make
and the side of the majority members. Councillor Van Sherman,
the second
where is this Nomeko
You say you made to the people?
Salif who was on the air? Come back to the studio and meet his voices.
you were on an obligation to have at least mentioned what I said. The
You say
clarification
I didn't see it though. So that's what we're giving you the time, Mr. Zion. You lied.
Okay.
Go ahead and
All right.
say it to the people. You said it. I didn't see it.
So this is the third. This is the information. One. In May 2021, the National Legislature passed a joint resolution that authorized the Central Bank of Liberia to print 48.734 billion of new family of banknotes. The resolution states that money will be used to replace the old legacy banknotes.
And other mutilated notes. 18 so.
Yes. Three. Yes. The resolution also makes it clear that the newly printed banknotes will be brought in the country on 2022 and 2024. Four, the resolution makes it clear that no new money will be brought into the country in 2023 because it's the year of the legislative and presidential elections. That's five. So
Did the resolution? Let me ask you. Did the resolution give the exact date as
the
to when?
resolution gave years.
Let me add for this. Let me lay my thought. Let me lay my thought.
Repeat, producer.
Of Liberia is flying all the time.
Oh, sorry for the break. I have to take a small technical break.
To this nation,
Oh yes, as I said to you, the Supreme Court of Liberia. Today was a D-Day for members of the House of Representatives. Both sides have the majority and the other side has the minority to appear before the Supreme Court for the hearing that was slated for today. And make no mistake, the Supreme Court has not made any decision yet. I saw a Facebook post around that Speaker Kofa has won the case, and all of those know the Supreme Court has made no determination. Even though Vanning Botonamin Sherman, a defeated senatorial candidate from Grand Cayman County, prayed the court for the court to take its hands from him to the matter. If the court takes hands on the matter, what becomes of the case? That's why Vanning Sherman prayed the court. On the other side, the lawyer of the minority bloc, an elder lawyer called Councillor Arthur Johnson, my own uncle for 4 years, argued the other way around. If the Supreme Court takes its hands from this whole case, it becomes political on Capitol Hill. Do we want to row this situation as a country? I don't think so. So many things to talk about this afternoon. I'll give back of the time to you to speak your mind. I will have a small discussion. We all can have the time to talk.
We will build our nation. Liberia,
do you know that a former disgraced FDA managing director, or a manager rather, the FDA, who was dismissed in 2000 by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf for shady deals, has been reappointed at the FDA working for the Joseph Jumon Pocket government? It makes $2,500, $300 for gasoline, $100 for communication. The man was representing Liberia at the recent climate change program. What is happening? Why is it happening? And we'll keep saying, we're not saying it because we're against the Joseph Pocket government, but we want to expose people who think that they were superhero yesterday and they want to be superhero again today. Augustine Johnson, representing Liberia at the recent climate change in Baku. We'll talk about his time. What happened at the time he was at the FDA? Recycle politicians, criminal politicians. Recycle people. Recycle people who stole from the country's coffers. They've been brought back under the noses of officials of the Unity Party government. Is Baka aware? No, I don't think the president is aware. Because this old man who has started dismissing people for corruption, if he knows that Augustine Johnson is still at the FDA being rehired, he will make it to go. And I will not get tired talking about this. Center is a transparency initiative program that looks at transparency in government, that speaks out, latches at Joseph Nyimon Bwaga government for selective justice in the country, being selective in corruption cases. Center said no. Why would this man called Dor Kopo, who lied on his credential that he graduated from the University of Liberia, that he was graduating, he borrowed a gun, he went and stole on the line, he was disgraced? Why do you say keep it there as a Commerce Inspector General? Otis A. Russell, welcome, my dear brother. Otis A. Russell, welcome. Where's Patricia? Where's Patricia? Where is Johnny Bay? The senator came by, he said, Yako. We thought last night, he said, Magako, I can't give you some Ghana. You know, I think I'm a bon country man, right? Bon country man, my nephew. That one we're talking about bon country, we'll talk Pele. Patricia Woleti, how are you and your husband? We'll tell her Woleti. Center says this is bad. Center wants the president to dismiss Abdullah Kamara The man from the LT, I'll read a communication and a write out on that was written by the investigator by which is run by this man called Lenan Duru, one time editor-in-chief of Front Page Africa. He wrote a long article on this matter. I will read it for you. Former Liberian President George Opomanek Begugbe Sekoze Fogakron Jiratetantabewia. Miso CDC lawmakers who are supporting Speaker Kofa. Yeke Kolba was in a meeting. They had a good conversation yesterday. And the former president is expected to meet Thomas Falak today. Yeah, gasoline price is dropping by the day. Let me say thanks to Amos 12 and young brother at the LPRC. But what is happening? The prices of transportation fare is going up. Taxi drivers are moving the way they're moving, and the passengers are the will and pleasure of the taxi drivers. What's happening? Senator Amar Kone speaks out. He thinks Liberians are living behind or below the poverty line. He said, Tita to. Amar Kone thinks that the GMB government is not moving further the way it should be moving. Of Liberia is flying all the time. Yes, so the cash giveaway is coming up for $20,000 today. You can play the cash giveaway, $20,000 Liberian dollars coming your way. Dial star 799 star 90 hash. Play with 200 LD and win 20,000. Cash giveaway. Dial star 799 star 90 hash. You play with 200 Liberian dollars. You get a whooping $20,000. Otis Rosals. Please play the cash giveaway too, man. A pastor will tell my sister Patricia Wulati to do the same. Young get money, I tell the senator girls some money. I play. Welcome back to the country, Senator Johnny Pay. The man who was in Baku representing the Liberian government on the climate change program. Azerbaijan. I was the government representative on the climate change program on Bali Island 2 years ago when I was Deputy Director General at LBS. I was seconded by the LBS Director General. I said, but he said, go. And I was in Bali Island in Indonesia. I landed in Jakarta. After a day, I boarded a flight to go to Bali Island, the island of the gods. See gods. Gods that get mouth, they get ear, they get noses, they get foot, they get foot, they get hands. They can't talk, but you see their mouths are open. They're supposed to believe in those gods. I was there 2 years ago, and my nephew Johnny Pay went there to represent the government of Liberia in succession. Welcome back, Mr. Senator. Welcome to welcome some of the guys who have joined us on our live Facebook feed. I will come back and discuss the issues that are right here on our foot. Welcome back to Bits and Pieces. My name is Jala Grayfield. Better say call me Kalufarela. When you say Kalufarela, it means snake cannot laugh. Anytime the snake laughs, then that snake wants to bite. It's a pellet name, Kalufarela. Snake can laugh. Or you come in Kieng Barak Blue, meaning dry pepper Kenya. Small boy can do it, only big man can do it. When you put it on your head during rainy season time, when the rain falls on it, the water from the pepper comes down your head and goes into your eye as a young man who is inexperienced. You go blind, you dry pepper Kenya, you be there lying now and then calling your money. Mama oh. Well, on a day of sunshine, if you do it again, the ray of the sun comes on it, and they also makes you blind because you only see some things pass in front of you. Blah, 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 you know. But an old man who is very experienced would take that load and you handle it with his hand. He walk it. There's no time you get affected. But let me go up and recognize some of the guys who join us. But Samira Wola from Vosa Liberia saying you get a new car. I was just seeing for the first only one time I saw you. I not seen you before. I saw you one time. Well, you get a new car now, you get pass around enjoying yourself. And Seku tell me say you just enjoying yourself. Well, kind of give me a live here. I ain't got a car today. I'll leave my car here and give me a live too. And you know when I say Samira Wola, she's a lady who gives a lot of money to the winners on the cash giveaway. And I like her fortitude. She comes on the radio every time she talks 2, 3 times, 4 times. She comes and gives cash giveaway. I think I will learn that from her. Thank you, my dear young sister. Let me welcome Ambassador Peter BK Soul, Voice of Liberia family. I'm watching from Swakoko in Bon County, Electoral District 5. Ask Akara Aski is watching me from somewhere. He said, I'm closely following the happening of the code. Let the Lord be the Lord Jala. P.S. Toby is watching me from somewhere around. He said, I'm falling from Sinker. Let's continue to stand with our country. Let's pray for peace and unity. Yes, that's true. Manjagbe Bobo Son Kamara. He's watching me from somewhere. He said, from the United Arab Emirates in Abu Dhabi. No, Abu Dhabi rather. Yeah, so I was in Abu Dhabi. I landed to Dubai airport. I spent 2 days in Dubai. When I left from Indonesia, I know. Can you imagine? To leave the poor airport to come outside, you got to pay $100 for SA visa. I come back to Liberia. I want to see Dubai, beautiful Dubai. So I got to Dubai. Then I want to go outside. The people say, you want to go outside, you pay $100. Just for visa, SA visa. I paid $100 at the Dubai airport, and I got outside, got a van, they took me around. You know, there are people who are good people. They came in. Oh, and that time I was there, George Weah was there. He had gone with his cabinet, and I'm cabinet, but some people in Dubai. So I went around, drove around Dubai, and around the place, and a car brought me back to the airport to do to go back in the terminal. So I know the UAE, I was there a year, 2 ago. I know. Welcome to you. And let me say welcome to Harry Boy Johnson, falling from Carwell. Ben G. Smith, welcome, my friend and brother. Let me go back because I think this is, I want to do justice to the other guys who are coming. Let me do justice to them. Oh, sorry for that. I made a mistake on this one. So let me go back and just click it back again. Oh, okay, it's okay now. Manjo Bear Bobo Son Kamara. Good evening to you guys. I join you from the United Arab Emirates, Abu Dhabi. Yes, he said that. And then Harry Boy Johnson has joined me. Ben C. Smith is joining me. Otis, my big brother, Otis A. Russell. Good day, my brother. I'm following you from quietly. Why quietly? Yes. A former EPS trained EPS man resigned his position because you're making, can you imagine EPS man died up? He makes around $700, which is then there's not enough. When the new government came, they murdered him and gave him $250. The man resigned. So Otis doesn't have a job. Daniel Bono, good afternoon. I'm following you from Bon County, Swakoko. Then Wakai PM Tamandu, good morning, Jala, watching you from Raw Island. Wakai PM Tamandu, I said to you, please inbox me or call me. Salia Lasana Kone. Good afternoon, Mr. Grayfield. 40M Yen is watching me. He says, good afternoon, people of Jala Emmanuel Grayfield. And a pleasant good afternoon to the people of Liberia or Grand Cayman County. My name is, I know your name already. You following the conversation from where? In Clara Town, yes. Matilda Stevens, welcome, my sister. How are you, Matilda, yourself? Oh, it's a good one, Jala. I believe we Kofa will win a case. Wow. Matilda Stevens competes, and she and another lady called, I will call her name. Elections Noah, I'm following you from 72nd area. Obadiah Hali, watching from Lofa County, Vonjama. Thanks. Okay, that's Winifred G. Dwyer, watching me from PHP community. How are you, Miss Winifred G. Dwyer? Romeo T.S. Cornea, following. Stephen A. Bass, following from Dakar, Senegal. Bonjour, monsieur. Bonjour, monsieur. Bienvenue au Liberia. Good afternoon, people of Jala. I'm following you from my Amagashi community is Van Soiree. Justin Morgan Hanawa Senior. Justin Morgan Hanawa Senior. Good afternoon, Mr. Grayfield. I'm following from Greenville City. Wow. Justin, how are you? Your mom, your sister, Harriet Lila Brisbane, says hello to you. Mohammed Kole gave us update from the Supreme Court chief. Yeah, I will do that. Good afternoon, Mr. Grayfield. I'm watching from Red Light. Yes, she's always follows me. Asata Kamara, Asata M Kamara. Thanks for joining me. Romeo T.S. Cornea is following me. Please play. Pin Jeep. For the Emnye, good afternoon, people of Jala Emmanuel Grayfield, and a pleasant good afternoon to the hospitals people of Grand Cayman County. My name is Fode Nyeng. I know Fode. You're following from where? Your research center in Clara Town. O.P. O'Neill Johnson has joined me. And then Fode keeps reading all a long book. I want to read every one of them. The Nation Heavenly J. Morning, dear brother. Buaka P. and Temendo. For the you just can get plenty long. I can read some of them, but now when the people have plenty on the log, I can read all your things be ready. Journalist John Gossen Fan, follow me from Bangabong County. Journalist John Gossen Fan. Mameku Maniju, you call it Pone. Obadiah Hali. Please read the number he said. Mamu Rogers is following me. Welcome. The guys are coming too many. Francis M. Johnson is following me. Snake and Live, yes, Snake and Live. Buaka M. Tomedu, Snake and Live. Anytime the snake laughs, it wants to bite. That's my name. I'm watching from my residence in Barnaville, Quebec. Justin Mason Baki, following from Germany. Oh, okay, Justin Mason Boy. Thanks for joining us, my brother. John Mason, welcome. Edwin Buaka, welcome. T. Calvin Todi Junior Tosho, welcome. He says, I'm religiously following you from India, Punjab State, this evening, Mr. Grayfield. That's T. Calvin Todi Junior. Fazari Pikin Shetton, welcome. Mangeo Bagola, welcome. Gleyon Toure, Glemian Toure, welcome. Stephen God Promise Jar. Stephen God Promise Jua, following me from AML, Aslamita area, welcome. Tobasi, Christopher Tobasi, welcome. I'll read your comments later back. I just want to recognize you guys. That's Chris Zuri, Jide Wilson, welcome. Bill Gay, welcome. Ernest Tosi, welcome. Samuel Gogai Hollywood, welcome. CDC Public Sources Keita, welcome. Tell your boss I'm waiting for him. We talk. Let him do the needful. Jalam watching from Zredru is Thomas Blambo. Tell your boss to do the needful. Sources Keita. Suri Jabba, welcome. Ben C. Smith, welcome. Andrew Awolia Jackson, welcome. Bill K, welcome. Oh no, I can't. Oh no, listen. Diati Tokpa, welcome. Suri Jabi, welcome. Sylvester Carter Sigbe, welcome. These are the guys who follow us from everywhere, so we need to identify with them and know what they do and what their comments are. Good day, boss. That's J. Something, J. Freaky Norman Jr., welcome. Waka M. Kamara, welcome from Sando County. Civilized Basketball, welcome. Civilized, how are you, my brother? Francis N. Johnson, welcome. Augustine Q. Juice, welcome. Totis, the precious Zaza, following from somewhere in Wese. Otavas S. Wa, welcome. Simeon Gleboga, Greatness Fokba, welcome. Okay, let me leave it away. I will come back and read your comments later. So it's just about 15 minutes at a time. So let me say this to you. Sometimes I come, what makes the show beautiful is that the concern and comments that come from the people from around the world. You don't want to disregard them. You don't want to discard them. When they come and read. So these guys sit on the platform where they are anywhere around the world. They pen what they want to write. So when they do it, the onus is on us as the host of the show to read their comments, because if you don't read them or you acknowledge them, it means that you don't value them. If the David Kings, the Padukoman families, the Covey, William Coveys, and other people call, and my young brother from Jacob there, who is always calling. My name is, they will all call. If we don't acknowledge what is happening with these guys, who's saying care with them call, it's important. But let me say this to you. Nobody should fool you. Today, the Supreme Court had an argument. Do not listen to Facebook post. I'm here as an authority. Today, there was no ruling in the Supreme Court issue. The Supreme Court said they reserve every ruling or comment in his conversation with Kofa and the other guys. When the Supreme Court said Vice Sherman, he's a victim of circumstance or circumstances. He is sanctioned by the government of the United States. He thinks that for Kofa, as a prosecutor of the government of Liberia, that he served as senator, he served as SYZ. He thinks that at the time when Ellen Johnson Sirleaf appointed Fanede Kofa to be the special prosecutor of the Silver Mining Company or corruption case, he thought that he was going to get a clearer. So Fanede Kofa brought him to his knees. They went to the house. They almost arrested. They arrested him, sir. For that time, that woman deteriorated. He didn't do anything better. He came by, got designated by the government of the United States. So he has that malice in his mind and said, I will go to the Supreme Court. I will plead the case of this man called Fonati Kofa. Not knowing that he had a son that he school in law school called Arthur Johnson. That man reads a lot. That man can go outside. One of the reasons why I didn't go to the law school is that I did a major surgery on my eye. I didn't read more than 1 hour. My daughter Jessica Grayfield is in Rwanda. Our daughter reading law. She is graduate at the age of 23 with a law degree. She tells me, said Jala, he said, Daddy, Mommy, I'm going to America to do my master in law. I will come out of Liberia. The law say I'm going to do 1 year. I will come back. But I do law in America. That's what my daughter doing in Rwanda. Age of 21. She graduates at the age of 23. I wanted to practice law in this country. My brother from mine, Jala Alim Babu, J-A-B. Jala Babu is my mother, my brother from the same mother. He's a lawyer. He said to me, brother, come out, register you in law school, you go to law school free, you're not paying them, I'll pay the fees. But with my sight, I can't do law because it takes long time to read. But you know what happened? Vanishable things that he is very knowledgeable. When he graduated from University of Liberia Law School, when Arthur Johnson was just a young man coming up. So he thought he would beat Arthur Johnson in the Supreme Court. But the argument that Arthur Johnson put on the floor of the Supreme Court may have made the Supreme Court to say, I reserve comment. And guess what he did? He told the court not to listen to the case. She took the case also. Then it becomes a political show. Fanning Boto Namishan. After the Supreme Court reserved ruling into this saga, he said to the Supreme Court to remove itself from this because it's political. Because the lawyers representing Fonande Kofa are beating them in the Supreme Court. So this is what I will say. I was end on this matter. There was no ruling. There was nothing said at the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has reserved ruling into this matter. Councillor Arthur Johnson argued with the Supreme Court. Why would you say the guys should go to status quo ante and they are having a session on Capitol Hill that did not result into the normal numbers they have to resort into a special session. Arthur Johnson is a small lawyer. Yeah, he's small in the body. But the thing you get here in the coconut here, a big coconut you get there. So the Supreme Court did not listen to Van Sherman's assertion. They resolved ruling. So nobody tells you, say, that the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of Councillor Kofa or ruled in favor of the majority bloc led by Mr. Koga. No. Let's wait and see what happens after. But let me come and say, welcome to Edina Reeves, watching from whom? Where's your home? Edina, where you watch? Your home is why? Where's your home there? Jacob Kekula, welcome. Mustafa Bialo, welcome. Peter Omester T. Dolo, welcome. Simeon, we are ready your comment. I will read all your comments later, gentlemen. Don't worry. Leviticus Pay Wama. Senior citizen from Bagibi, this is number 3 following. Oh, you see. So Leviticus Wama, you think is senior citizen more than me, eh? I'm more senior citizen more than you. You were defeated in the election in Bagibi. Ellen Otto Red BU. I'll make my brother get very gear. Come and say, oh, you know, Tobasi, Christopher Tobasi, welcome. A. Abubakar Fofana, welcome. Wellington Boyman, welcome. J. Melvin Julu, welcome. Michelle Duart, welcome from Minnesota. Michelle Duart, watching from Minnesota. Rivaya Kangbe, we said something, watching from Norway. How are you, my brother? My dear friends who are following me always on the show, so just found Jala Greyfield. Just send me a message on my face. You know what I want to do is that most of the times when we're having this kind of conversation, we want to have a track on Liberians who live in the place you are. Let's know the number of Liberians who live in there, the Liberian community. That's what I want to say every time I say, please inbox me. Just go to Jala Greyfield. Jala Greyfield, no other thing they say. Jala Mang Beselong song, brother, daughter, Greyfield, no. Is Jala Greyfield. I have only 2 pages on Facebook. Is Jala Greyfield, which is very active, and the other one is Jala E. Greyfield III. All the 2 pages are active. I check them every other day. So it's nothing they call Jala Emmanuel Nikki, then Mang Beselong song, Karagbaya, daughter. No. Only one. So just every time I say, just follow and say, right? So welcome to you, Jefferson Francis Kolako Jr., and Valaman Doma. Let me come and say something. You know, the thing on Capitol Hill is grave. So the majority of black lawmakers will come and say their intent is to remove Speaker Kofa as Speaker. They have fought and fought and fought. If they succeed, is another story. But I'm concerned about one thing that I think you guys outside there will be concerned about. If Fonati Kofa is removed as Speaker, or he's being removed as Speaker with the process is going on, their B-I-N-G is being mean, it's still ongoing. When you say B-E-E-N is being made has happened. When you say B-E-I-N-G is being, which means it's continuing. So if Fonati Kofa is being removed, or the efforts to remove it is still on our way, why are the majority of black lawmakers on Capitol Hill on doing everything that he did? Remove all committee members for that position. But you know what they're doing now? They are not just moving committee members who are loyal. They're not moving everybody. They are only removing people who are loyal to Kofa. The Marvin Co, the Representative Colley, Regent Colley, and the rest of them who are on the Speaker side. But those who are on the majority side, they say they get majority, right? They go in their chambers. They are removing the guys who were elected for 3 years too. So you see, it's a broad base that everybody should talk about. Huh? You come and say Kofa is a wrong man, you want to remove him. Kofa say when you get for the night, come and remove me, right? He said he agreed. Then you come and say, because the other guys are on Kofa's side, you want to remove them from the committees. If you want to move them from committees, then remove everybody who Kofa appointed, including the ones that are in your jurisdiction. The ones that honor Mr. Nangbe, Accounting Kun Nangbe. I've been calling Accounting Kun ever since the Radio Veritas, Love FM. Accounting Kun is a teacher by profession. So if you are moving Marvin Co and few of the guys at Abu Kamara from their areas, then make sure that all the people that were appointed by Speaker Kofa in the legislature in less than 1 year, remove all of them and replace them by new people. If you came to do that, you're not doing it, then what you do is that then go and remove everyone, even those who are on your side, remove them. They are further removed for Kofa, but they say further remove Marvin Co and everybody who supporting Kofa. This is against your own rule. And that rule, although rules will fight for you, Mr. Kofa, it will fight against those who are supporting the majority and all of those. This is not okay for our country's development. And most disappointingly is for old man Joseph Newman Boakai to sit somewhere and make it appear that everything is normal. You know, let me say one thing there. This thing is choking old man Boakai. Right now, he know where to go. I beg you. People in this assembly saying, I can talk now, I got friends. So the old man has come to the realization now that what is happening in the legislature will hamper his government. His Elon Musk government will hamper him. Then he said, what I will do now, you know, when he puts it, what I will do now, he may like that. Hear what happened at the Supreme Court. It is likely that the Supreme Court will come up with a ruling in favor of Fonati. Based on what I heard from the arguments from the lawyers, and I spoke to them, some people, journalists around there, I spoke to them. But even if it happens that the Supreme Court rules against them, there are some political decisions that have been taken on Capitol Hill. So the onus is on Speaker Kofa to set his ground to maintain either the 25 of 19 he got, 29 he gets, and stay where he is. The Liberian people will decide. You cannot come and remove a speaker in an unorthodox way We're not respecting the laws of the land. While all the guys are doing, the coons, every one of them doing is for their personal self. Yes. Oh yeah. Coon became speaker. In Ryan car, yes, on it. Cover Ryan car, yes, on it. What they do is just for themselves, enough for y'all, my old man. You realize, enough for they will go and get the man became speaker. That man had a children and a wife, and we going to school in car. Why are children walking and eating curry with pepper and oil on it in the morning? And he say, oh yeah. So what you do is to stand up for the law. These lawmakers who are on the upper side, they say majority, they are causing problem for this country. I don't care anything about me. Someone let's say, Jala giving the speaker office. I beg you, yeah. I don't like women to work for speaker too. Where I am is that many of you envy me because of what I do and what I say. I have served 2 speakers and 1 president. I was in the office of the man called Buffer Chambers. The man called Baka Fofana, who was Deputy Minister at Information Ministry, Technical Services, and myself. We are going to the place called Evelyn Restaurant on it's a what? Fiaman area there. While we were eating and having some fun, then the Speaker of the Republic called Buffer Chambers called me on the phone. Mr. Gravy, hello. I said, oh, Honor Chambers, how you doing? He said, where are you? I said, I'm having lunch on 18th Street, Evelyn's Restaurant. Can you come to my office? I said, what's so important? I want to appoint you today in my office. So I respected and drove to the office of Chambers. He ordered his chief of staff, Bishop Yapa, to do a letter appointing me as program assistant in his office. I got an ID card that very day. I went through the system of the national ID card. I got it. After some time, I got it, and I got employed the very day he called me. I stay in house because what happened? You know, other 4.5 million people in this country. The speaker, who is the third in command in this country, sees me a little Jala Greyfield sitting somewhere at OKFN doing a talk show. They say, I want to improve your life. He called me and gave me an employment letter. You are in my office. Jala, this is your salary. I should say no to him. I'm causing him. That only the devil can cause Jesus Christ, man. Mary. I will not do that. I graciously accepted that appointment. I stayed in Baba Chima's office until George Weah appointed me with green letter in my hand saying, go to LBS and you are there now as Deputy Director General for Public Affairs. You are the 4th government spokesman in this country. We're still arguing to me about Legend Running, who was the Minister of Information. Baga came to tell us my position. The appointed people who are there, they didn't get degrees. Only few of them get degrees. So you can't say, you came a matter of a change. You took a man who get masters, who get bachelors, and they remove every one of us from there. And the appointed people there who are in, they are just high school graduate. How dare you, Mr. Bwaka? You come and talk experience from a place where you say you want to build reform there. I think you put PhD people there, you put master people, you brought high school people in the LBS to work there. What kind of paper is this? What do you know? Oh, the old man thing now, they can't do a no. He said, oh, when Joe, we are winning election, and then on two, and then following them means it means they can't do a boy. It will end. I beg you, we're not born. We're not born. Only Mr. Bwaka. So I work with Boa Chimas. When the president left, when they took me from LBS, I've been sitting home for 10 months. I say, I will not do any radio talk show. I will sit for 10 months and observe. Yes, I'm here. Sigakufa called me and say, I want to come work for me too. I must say, no. Who the God causes they can eat with me? You say, put my in my hand? No. Yes, I've been in the speaker office for 2 months, 3 months. I've been there. And somebody there comes and said to me, because you're in a speaker office, you're making $1,000 plus, or you're making 5,000, 10,000, or $300, you need to be there. I beg you. Who tell you say when you are a librarian? I'm a librarian. I deserve to work in a prestigious office that has the quality of a human being that makes that office very responsible. I don't have regret. When I win a case against Speaker Kofi, I want to move from there. I beg you. I can sit on the radio at all. People that believe in me will give me money. I burn 3 gallon gas from Johnsonville to come here every day. I do a pro bono service here. At this station, I do a pro bono service. Ask Sekou Sharif. I don't get money from here. 3 gallon gas from Johnsonville to come here every day, go back. It's because I want to do this into enlightening the minds of the people of Liberia, to take them from from that notion that nobody talking for them. I'm telling you, I'm talking for you. So tomorrow, if you succeed in moving Speaker Kofa, Richard Kun is my friend, my brother. For University of Liberia, accounting Kun. When he was being fought here by an international system of corruption, SYC, we were the one talking for him here. Radio Veritas, Love FM days. I spent 24 years in journalism here. I don't regret anything I've done. But when you do wrong, we'll tell you wrong. So the end of this one is that the speaker has not been ruled against, and the majority has not also been ruled against. The Supreme Court has reserved ruling. Maybe tomorrow they'll come with a ruling and say, yeah, Speaker Kofa, you right, or they say tomorrow, majority are right. Most disgraceful and disgusting was a young brother called James Collier, who is in the legislature. Or in the speaker office, I the only man can speaker office. Eh? So me as a read there, working there, we in different assignment areas. We're performing, right? He goes on radio and say, can you imagine a jala gravy and all in the speaker office? Can you imagine a jala gravy? It means an insult to me. I told you, I said in text, I said, when you started, you will end it. Maybe you take me to course some days. I told somebody. I'm not the only person. I am the only person in the speaker office. No, there are people there. I met in there. But thanks to the Supreme Court, is reserving ruling for this one. But let me come and say, I will take your course. I will be here up to 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Then a guy who is an anti-drugs agent will join me 4 to 5. Let's talk about drugs. Drugs are actually killing our children. This young man who is in the Tonfala University, now it's called Upper University, has different notion about this drugs thing. He wants to talk to Liberian people about how we can tackle the drugs thing. He will be here at 4 to 5, we'll talk drugs. My nephew, Mawolo, is a victim of drugs. He stayed with me for almost 1 year. One morning, he just got up and said, he won't have motorbike. The man eats 3 times a day. He watches television. He has 24-hour current when AC goes. I put my how you call it, the solar on 24-hour current. The man got up one morning and said, he told my wife and said, I want to have motorbike. He said, you want to say what again, man? The people when they swing in the street, man, he has stayed very bad. We've gone to look for, we can't find him. So I'm interested in what mechanism can be done or put in place to ensure that our children are arrested from this drug issue. Before I go to the next program, let me welcome Mr. James Moluba, watching me from where? Good afternoon, wishing you watching you from Topo Village. Welcome, James S. Moluba. Blackman Taylor watching from somewhere, he said Pueblan Road. Diallo Soleimani, welcome from somewhere, he says, hi, Mr. Grayfield. Thanks for the update. May the law God protect Liberia. The law is a law. Savior Sansi. Good afternoon, my dear son, Jala Grayfield. Savior Sansi, welcome, Savior. How are you, my dear? Ave Greatest Franklin Roosevelt. Good afternoon from Accra. Archie Brown, good afternoon. Watching from Vocal Mission. Snell, God favor me, blessing me, Lawrence. Watching me from Delaware, the USA. Welcome. So there's a certain one I want to bring you to, right? There's this guy called Augustine B.M. Johnson. In 2000, when Ellen took over, 2005, he was appointed at the FDA. He was involved in rampant corruption in a carbon harvesting corporation, private and permit scandal. I think Ellen dismissed him. By that time, it was this old man called. He was taking the court. Peter Wilbur. You know that Peter Wilbur was involved in corruption. Ellen dismissed him. He went to court. They say he restituted money. And Ellen so lenient with corruption, she allowed that old man go. And he take all the money he took from the government. He went. He stayed around. So old man Peter Wilbur was dismissed by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf with this man called Augustine B.M. Johnson for their involvement in corruption. It is not alleged corruption. The court found him guilty, and Peter Wilbur went to the Supreme Court. He said you were taking an appeal to the Supreme Court, but he didn't go. The lower court found him, the criminal court found him guilty. They said you paid $2.1 million to the government library for stealing government money. The time he was dismissed is the time this man called Augustine B.M. Johnson was dismissed. You know what has happened? Joseph Newman Bala government said, I will come out, do reform. We will do this one and make the country better. But why he dismissing people for corruption, he is also appointing people in government for who have been corrupt. So Mr. Augustine B.M. Johnson, I got a document here. I will be quoting from the court's ruling in that time. Very much. So Augustine B.M. Johnson, I will talk about this thing every other time. In that 5 minutes, 2 minutes, I will talk about every day until Joseph Newman Parker dismisses that man who was a corrupt man at the FDA there. So the new FDA managing director and the board of directors reappointed this man who was disgraced under the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government. He was found guilty for stealing the library money. If the due they went through has passed, library will have how do I call it? Will have not benefited from some money. We have lost almost $2 million as a result of his action. But guess what happened? The current management at FDA has reappointed Mr. Augustine B.M. Johnson and gave him a good salary of $2,500. Someone here there ain't get me 150 cents. They brought one old man who was old rogue. They brought him. He get $2,500 for salary. He gets $300 for gasoline. He gets $100 for scratch car every month. You must say you can put $1 on your phone. $1. Yeah? You can put $1 on your phone, right? My second put $1 on my phone. They brought that man who was involved in criminal activities and dismissed. If you want to document, I was sending to him on phone. I'm just summarizing this because I know. This man gets a whooping $2,500 in this country, $300 with $100. That's $400. So you get $2,900 every month for salary. You know what the disgusting part about it? After they know that he's this criminal, they brought him back. The man, when the government library sent a man to this conference in the committee conference that I went for in Bali Island 2 years ago, he was a government representative there. When I went to Bali Island, I was a government library representative for the committee conference where Mr. Guterres, the U.S. Secretary General was. I was there. I presented a paper in a hall. It's Liberia. I served government for 2 years, but I made some impact too. But this man now, he gets that money, dismissed after being guilty in the carbon harvesting corporation and private use permit scandal in the year 2000. The man gets a whooping salary of $2,900 a month. But guess what happened? After all of those, the guys at FDA think that this man is a good man because somebody there want to shoot him. They send the Baku the free time to go represent Liberia at the climate change program. My nephew, the senator of Bon County, Johnny Pay, was at that program. He went there to represent the Liberian government to the Senate. But this man was a corrupt man, went there to represent Liberia and got a very good stipend for the time he stayed there. Imagine that, Liberian people. What is JNB thinking about? Are the people around the president going out of ideas? Or the things they accuse George Weah for, they say George Weah is a non-entity, he's not educated, and your king in your masses voted and took him off power. He gave you power on silver platter with 17,000 votes, which no African president can do. Go to Sierra Leone, go ask Madabio what he did. Madabio went, they both fought against Madabio. The men do a mango thing. After the men, I salute the flag, Sierra Leone, but the Republic we just stay as was any man say president there. You know what Joshua relinquished this thing to you guys is because he's a peace man. He's afraid of trouble. He was taking that and say to whatsoever, I want to use a Sunday school word. I'm the president. They were announcing president. You all do riot in the country for 2-3 weeks. It will end. They will sit down. We are say president. But he did it for the sake of this country. You guys have come and you're still looting the country's coffers. Mr. Bwaka is my uncle. My father comes from Zero Damai, the place where they settle the scores. When there are issues in Lofa Kande, Foya, Vanjama, Vezala, Zulusu, Yanohun, Mazamolahun, there where Lofa Kande says and have a conversation to resolve crisis. There where my father comes from. At the age of 16, he left Lofa, came to Firestone in search of a job. Being there when the school graduated, became head man. Then President Toba saw him. When you're vice president of Liberia, Honor Todman, told my father to mentor. My father married a beautiful Pele woman, very tall Pele woman. She came to say, put the greens. It means you're my uncle for anywhere. Bon County Lofa, you're my uncle. What I'm saying is that, Mr. Bwaka, you are not understand that some people are in your government. It may not be you as a president, but there are people in the government who think there are friends who come in government. They come and bring these corrupt people back in the government. Why would you bring Augustine B.M. Johnson in the government and give him a salary of $2,900 when you were dismissed by Ellen Johnson's salary and him, Mr. Peter Wogbe, for stealing from the Liberian people? Peter Webb was asked by the court to remit, I think, $2.7 million to $2.1 million to the Liberian government. Yet you brought him back. Oh yes, you are bringing back recycled criminals. I will talk about this every other day. The same way Omen Bwaka took decision against the guys at RRC, a very corrupt young man who was suspended by Ellen Johnson at the Ministry of Information, Culture, Affairs and Tourism. Pawosi and the Richard Huff and others, Mr. Bwaka should stay his ground and ask the FDA managing director or whosoever to dismiss this man and take him off. Is it a matter of political patronage? Or is it Bwaka who sent this man that he think I would not know? Go and read the Liberia Investigator, which is published by Mr. Dudu. There is a very strong evidence there. I have the documents in my phone. If you want it, just inbox me on 0770-560-560. I will send that document to you through WhatsApp. You know, I've been journalist in the country for 24 years. When you put me on the television, I better. You put me on the newspaper, I write very good news stories. Heritage newspaper headed by Mr. Mohammed Kane and Augusta Botu de No. I was a columnist at that newspaper office. I wrote all the columns and wrote the editorials of the paper. That's the opinion of the people. So I write well, I talk well, and I read well. When you put me on the radio, I'm a best. So I'm everywhere. Do not underestimate this man called Jala Grayfield. That's all I've done my whole life. I have not worked anywhere besides being a journalist. 24 years in media is not a small thing. Let me welcome journalist Washington P. Tappe. Hi, Senior colleague Jala. Hello. Always following. Eugene Hammer, watching from somewhere in Missouri in the Midwest of America. Eugene Hammer, welcome. Pete Witter. How do we get here, Heavenly J? This government does not know how to lead us. It is just sad for us to be where we are because of this frail old man called the president. Welcome, journalist Washington P. Tappe. I also follow you on the Prime Morning Drive with Vesely Sumo and my young brother Kevin Demi. You guys are doing well as well. And so that's how it looks like. We are bringing these things in front of the government. You know what can hurt is that you are in government like Daniel Sanders, my young brother, was yesterday. At the Ministry of Information, they started there very small. You can get gas slip, you can get nothing. I was at LPS, I was making small money, I was getting gas slip, I was getting scratch card. It was not coming on time, it was coming. At that time, I used to take my gas slip and share with some people, my scratch card. But Information Ministry, no scratch card there on the big scratch card. They started there small. So it pains a man like Daniel Son and all people who sit there and making the government low fine. Every day when they say the government are road government, they can't. They limit parents say the government are road government, are good government. The people at Information Ministry, they're making small salary. They get money to do, media connection, SYZ. But one man sitting somewhere making $15,000. How does that work? Where did we come from? How did we get here? A man sits at Ministry of the Forestry Development Authority and get $2,900, which the Deputy Minister of Information doesn't get. You know what it does? It hurts the people who speak for the government. I'm just bringing Daniel Sando and others in his face because I want to say, because they are my friends. We know, we sit together, we eat together, we drink together, we sit together, do everything together. If you go to the Ministry of Lands Mines, my picking is there. Go by pastor there, I know. I used to drive from Johnsonville, go to Bannersville to feed there. Me and him with them in a corner with a fire. We say that we do our thing. And that's the camaraderie we want to have. But these guys are working, they're making small money, they don't have access to stealing money. They're all about stealing the money you're bringing by the government. So how do you want these young people to wear now? A Daniel Sanders goes to speak on one radio station. He said, defend the government teeth and blood. Yeah, he's not getting more than $3,000. But one man who says he's going consultant getting $2,900. He was dismissed by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. He comes back in the government and makes this kind of money. Old man Joseph Boakai, this is on you. Look and hear what happened at FDA. Thank you. Let me go to Center and welcome, before I go to Center, let me welcome Sonny Flomo. Good afternoon, Voice of Liberia. I'm watching you from Bon County Phoebe Airstrip. How did Liberian people get here? We need serious prayer for this country. Sunday Flomo says that. Eugene Hammond says the Liberian people will regret voting this incompetent government into power. They're supposed to be the most educated, competent, and most experienced people in Liberia. Yes, they should be. Because JMB stayed in government for 12 years as vice president. He been in government for 45 years. He should know the technical know-how. He should know the issues that have to do with governance. But they seem to be staying in a learning curve. What's going on? Senta is saying, and I say, Mama is saying that Joseph Boakai is involved in corruption himself. That he's shooting people who are in corruption. Ma'am Margaret Vanny, welcome. Good afternoon, my son Jala Greview. I'm following you from my patient shop. Monica Vanny, welcome from patient shop. Lamford Tokpa, Mr. Greview, I'm following you at my Bannersway Estate resident. We are following everything happening in this country closely. We hope that things will be better some days. Yes, that's true. Center is a transparency institution that brings governments to its knees. Yesterday, when Chantal was Chantal, before the late LRA Director General who died, I interviewed that man during the time of the Ebola crisis. Thomas Dona. I was at the press union of Liberia as vice president, and I was working for international media. I was the face of CNN in this country. Me and Musa Vanadessin and Olin Cooper. Then Thomas Zona was a center, and they were bringing all the reports on government of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. When Joya ended up doing the same thing, while the opposition guys were seeing the scene, they were laughing. Zoom Doso was my boss from the other side. So when Center was Center, on George Weah, every time Center released a damaging and very destroying comment or article against the CDC government, the United Party folks will be laughing and say, oh, we told you Joe Weah a corrupt man. He brought someone to and put in the Ministry of Finance. The men are criminal. And Magda Mangeo, that fraudster. And the man called Percy Yeke, that criminal. They were laughing and hailing Center for the reportage from Center. Now Weah is not in government again. He left. You are in the driver's seat. When Center release a report, you in the government come and deface Center's argument. But what Center is saying is not true. Center doesn't know what you're talking. But you were the simple yesterday dancing you because the thing was the die was cast on the other side and Georgia was the worst man, so you're dancing. When you hear my brother wouldn't get job here, and I pray Joseph Newman Boakai, that thing you're doing to my uncle Abel Plaki, please stop it, Uncle Boakai. That made the brother man vote during the 2017 election campaign. Car brother man vote. Abel Plaki didn't get job right now. He get job. He sent to her. Uncle Boakai gave Abel Plaki job. They may not talking about before. I was at LBS, even though I was in government and I was running a pro-government show. Every time Abel call and other guys call on the show, I would answer them. I would respond with talk about the argument. But Abel doesn't have a job. Abel and the other guys were the one that was defending and mocking the Georgia government. Oh, the government corrupt, SYC, the Dana Sando, and the SYC, and the other young people where they were saying all the time about, oh yeah, they were celebrating Center's report against George Weah. But today, Center is reporting criminality and corruption against Joseph Newman Boakai. But when those reports come out, the guys who are defending government come and say, Center and Syria people, they do nothing, they know anything, they lie on the government. But yesterday they were coming with a report that was good against Weah, it was good for you. Today it's not good for you. You say that people lying. Look, Mr. Mame, Honestly, I'm just a man. I read your report on the government corruption and SYC, and I stand by you, and I will ask my uncle Joseph Newman Buakai, ambassador. Listen to what Santa said. Go and read that report. It is very succinct. Why will you have a man called Dog Cooper? An old man, almost 50 years old, 52 years old. He didn't go to school, he know nothing, he no book. He just went to high school, he be passing around in my country. And passing here. You appointed a man as Commerce Inspector General. The man, he didn't go to school. He lie on himself and take day by the number. I was in LU, my ID number is 4116. I graduated from LU 13 years ago. I went to school in Kenya, Nairobi, came back. Thanks to letter we running, and he who given a scholarship to go to there. So the old man comes, he said, Nima, he in politics business. He didn't go to school. The people are graduating, he goes and borrow a gun and pay the people at university again gun, again hat. When he used day, but somebody died ever since 1980s. They gave one number to go to him. They meant to that number that number he get. When he pay all his graduation fee, he stays in the line and say, yes, I'm a graduate, get BSc. He come in dancing. They might put dancing behind him, drunk. They put cotton very handy. They meant to not graduate from university. He didn't go to school in university. He won't get a fake degree. That man was exposed since 3 months ago. What has Baka done? That is an academic fraud. I don't have a PhD. I can't say anybody get PhD. If I don't have a BSc, I can't say I get BSc. But the old man lied that he was graduating. They caught him. The University Library came over report said the man is an academic fraudster. He lied. He's a criminal. But Baka say has a man in his appointment as an Inspector General of Commerce. Amen, Mr. Baka. Don't you think that there are many solutions here? Not solutions, but unity party people who work for you in the trenches SYZ. They are qualified to be Inspector General. Why are you keeping them off now and putting the old man there who lied his credential? That old man is a liar. He's a criminal liar. Taking off. So Santa is saying that there's no transparency in your government, which I agree with Anasi Meme and other people who are saying it's against you, Mr. Boakai. We are not against the government. For me, I will come and say the good things here every other time and miss with the bad things. I didn't pray for government to fail. I pray for government to succeed. I'm not a pessimist. I'm an optimist. That is why the yellow machine area I supported y'all. The scholarship I supported y'all. The only thing I supported y'all without our world bosses that were coming. Because I know how the details. But when it comes to the bosses, not the bosses, but it comes to the scholarship, it comes to the yellow machine. I saw documents that I thought very authoritative. So when I read through them, I wrote posts around and praise you for it. Even though they tend to be lies, I know my conscience was seven well because they misled us. I will always come and support the government when the government does right. That's why I'm not a pessimist. I'm an optimist. A man who believes that things will happen better. And a pessimist is someone who will be, oh, no, that won't happen. You are just pessimistic. So Omen Bwaga will come to say this thing. We're not against your government, but make sure the right thing happens. Abdullah Kamara is a LTA. Let me look for Front Page Africa. I don't know the investigator. They wrote a story very detailed about this Abdullah Kamara man who is at LTA, who took some money. If that thing, the man stole big money for the country. He connived with people and they stole from Liberia. Then President Bwaka appoints him to go to LTA as commissioner or the chair of commission of LTA. That kind of man should be in government. That man's a criminal. Take him from there, Mr. Bwaka. Let me find it. I will come. Let me just welcome Lamford Tokba. Hello, Mr. Grayfield. I'm following you at my Barnesville estate residence. We are following everything happening in this country closely. Okay, I read that. Joseph Y. Colley Sargent. Good afternoon. I'm following you from Swakoko, Bon County. Thanks for the program always. G. Jefferson M. Cole. Good afternoon, Big Brother Jala. I'm watching you from Puebla Red Light. Thanks for joining us. Keep your calls coming. Your text messages coming. Keep your text messages coming to our Facebook feed. But make sure share the video and call some people to listen with you because it's fascinating. It is soul winning. It is soul winning. SOULWINNING. It's soul winning. It is infotaining. But don't forget to play the cash giveaway. Keep playing. As I told you, keep playing. Just play plenty. When I leave from the garden, they will make draw. Someone will get 20,000 out of it, 20,000 Liberian dollar. That one over 100 hours. You can go to the boulevard and drink a beer, you drink a star, you drink water. You can buy gas with A. You can buy money for you can get it for a keke. So it's just that star 799 star 90 hash. Play with $200, you get $20,000. Let me say again. The Voice of Liberia cash giveaway on this Wednesday is star 799 star 90 hash. You play with 200 LD, you get $20,000. Isn't that a good thing? Let the people keep stealing, but work honestly for what you want to get. Play a game. It's a little game, right? Play. You can win it. Anybody can win it. You can win it, my people. Don't worry. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You can win it. So that's what happening. Santa is saying. And I will look for this thing about this man called Abdullah Kamara. I would take the time. The scene where I say I took time to talk about the FD managing director. Even if it takes me every day I come to the radio, 2 minutes, I'll be saying it on the Joseph Boga. Yeah. Moses Lake, welcome from Kakata. Moses Lake, welcome. And you, where's my man Hammer? He's in Kakata, a businessman. He's always in Kakata there. Welcome. Burgess G.K. Lamadan. Good afternoon. I'm not Julius J. I'm Jala Grayfield. Julius J is my younger brother. Following the conversation from Painesville City District 6. Emmanuel Braw. Good afternoon, Jala Grayfield. I'm watching from Minnesota, the USA. Emmanuel, all of you from the diaspora, please, when you comment, just go and find me on Facebook or Messenger. Just say hi to me because sometimes I will leave and I won't have the time to talk. I want to have a strong base for our diaspora people. And you guys are the ones I will depend on to drive this agenda, to make this platform bigger and better. None is attached. Please, Emmanuel Bro. All right, so that's how it looks like. So let me just end on this one. I will take 20 minutes to answer your calls. Then on the flip side of 4 o'clock, a young Liberian who is scared about the survival of his colleagues, who thinks that drugs are killing his fellow compatriots, will be here to talk about drugs. Are you interested? Please don't go away. Do not change your dial. We need to talk plenty things about drugs. So let me say this. Let me say thank you. So just ready. So, I've been following the trend of events in the country when it comes to gasoline. The last time I bought gasoline during Ellen time, it was around $450. I bought that gasoline around Aminata on 18th Street. While I was buying my gas, I saw my former professor, my teacher rather, Mr. Bill Twawe. He was in the legislature. He had come to buy gas. Since I bought gas $450 during early time, I have not bought gas lower than 600 or lower than 500 or 600. It's been over either 700, 800, or 900 or $5 US. In honor we are government, we struggle. They struggle to bring the price down. It didn't work because of marketing forces. There were competition on the world market. The price of crude oil, XYZ. But in the midst of the conflict in the Middle East, today Israel and Lebanon have signed a peace deal. I got it this morning by 4 o'clock, listening to BBC. I was happy, very elated that Israel has brought down a barrel of their weapons down to the ground. And that Lebanon is celebrating, Lebanese are celebrating their own. Even they say, I saw some many, they know people. Hezbollah is causing problem for y'all in Lebanon. They're killing you, they have killed over 3,000 people, 1.5 million people displaced in your country. Then he say it didn't do much with Hezbollah, but it just to the order. The guys are celebrating what they say. So they are deploy people on the borders to ensure that Israel retrieves her soldiers from the borders to go back to their country, while soldiers from the Lebanese army will be deployed on the border. America and France said they will help to build the capacity of the Lebanese army, which is good. So I'm saying all of this to say that in a time for Ellen Johnson's time, it was around 2008 or 2017 was the second election, right? 2018. I don't know. I just forget the time. So the last election was held in 2017, right? That brought Ellen to power. Not 2017. So what happened that time was that gasoline price was low as $4.50 about border Aminata. Since then, Ellen left. After that, the price went up. Woo, it went to almost $750. We bought our gas for $750 on the government ended. Where came, it remained the same. It came, it dropped at some point, it rise again, it drop again, it rise again. What I'm dropping there is that there's a new man at LPRC called Amos Tuer. I think he's doing well at the LPRC. Let me say hats off to you, Mr. Managing Director, my young brother. I've not seen him since he became Managing Director. He has not picked my call. One day he was doing something on the road around Caldwell. I was driving. I have gone to see a friend who I was the best man in my friend's wedding called Dana Nyanwule. So I drove to Bannerville Keba, going to the other side. When I went there, they are putting crush racks on the road everywhere. So I asked the person, Amos Tuer doing anything here? I said, wow, that's good on the part of Amos Tuer. So I pulled my phone to call him, he didn't answer, saying that he didn't answer. That almost 7 months now. I don't care whether he answers me or not. We're friends. If our citizen government and you need the part of the committee, we are enemies. No, we're not enemies. I'm not saying they can respond. No, I don't care whether he answers or not. It doesn't change anything about me, Jala Greyfield. I'm Jala Greyfield. But what I saw on that Cowell Road was so amazing that a new managing director, yes, it's part of it. He say, yeah, because you're working, you're getting money. Yeah, the managing director makes almost $15,000. That make a big money. Someone waiting your work, when making $2,000. When they put it, taxes when they will come to 1,500, 1,700, 1,800. And they put there, the family put there, they harassing you every day. All that what's happening. So if you took everything from your salary after taxes and government come to family people, you save only $1,000 during that time. So what I'm saying is that I'm saying thank you to Amos Twe that under his administration, he has maintained this price of gas around $600, $650, $630, $720. I will come in this morning driving Cambodia selling gas for $610. When you go to the filling station, it's $700 and then $710, which is not bad. In the midst of what happening in the international community, where Israel and other guys are fighting, and they're fighting Ukraine, fighting Russia, XYZ, the price of petroleum is still down, while fuel is being sold around $700. That is a milestone development and appreciation to you, Mr. Amos Twe. Nothing else I want to say. But what I want to say is that in the face of what is happening now, taxi drivers are taking advantage of the poor people. They are buying gas 600, but from Raleigh to come more at $300 in taxi. When you ask them, my price, where is the price control? The Minister of Transport, the Minister of Commerce, where is the price control? You guys be working here and there. I know under Jude Brand government, when Kaifale was a Inspector General of Commerce, he just came in the war front. He was a law man, fighting for law. He came, because the war came, after the war, they started giving them jobs. Kaifale was at the Ministry of Commerce as Inspector General. I was at Radio Veritas as a newscaster and doing a topical issues left with me by Frank Sinwula, a young man doing a talk show at that time on major radio station called Radio Veritas around 2004, 2005, 2006. I doing topical issues. I invited Kaifale as a rep who came from fighting war and came. Kaifale was one of the guys who sat with the Minister of Commerce and the Minister of Transport. They brought down price of vehicle. I mean, transportation price. Kaifale, they did it on a Judy Bryan government. Everywhere you are passing, when people go and they say, I come up to my hand. So when you go to E.L.A. Johnson, Abraham come to E.L.A. Johnson, come from the place going, he get people in hand. But then man gets on the E.L.A. Johnson, the man said at 350, the man said, oh, I'm price that 150. They will argue, then that driver will take money go. Because he knows that you know the fair. But under this responsible government with King, it says there's no price control. Even though Amos Twe has brought the price of gas down, but what is the effect? They're talking about the effect on the lives of the people who are the commuters. This needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed. Thank you, Mr. Amos Twe. Let me salute my brother, boy Ivan Gizi, who is at the area there in LPRC, the price analysis control. And all my friends at the LPRC. I've not seen Josephine Macaulay for a long time. She works there. Almost a year I've not seen Josephine. We'll not talk. Josephine, how are you doing, man? My dear sister. Prince Tokigbe, welcome 2011, he said. 2011, yes. Okay. Mohammed Toure, Johnson Sir Tengbe Nipola Senior. Chief, your Facebook account has been hacked. Or what happened to you? So you put down the man, please. Let me open the phone lines for 20 minutes. I will take my young brother is here. Just give me your full particular, and I will have you. So let me open the phone lines. I will activate it for you now. Let's talk for 20 minutes. For me, I want to exhaust all the issues, then we'll have a conversation. I have degrees in talking. I went to school to learn talking as my major. So I'm a major, I get major in talking, majors in talking. Call me, let's talk. 0770 560 560. Yeah, no, 0770 907 907. 0770 907 907 is the number. Call me, let's have a conversation. Today is Wednesday, it's ladies' night. Where do you plan to carry your spouses? Men, where do you plan to carry your spouses? Hello, welcome. Let's hear you, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome. Let's hear you, my brother.
How are you, Chief?
I'm okay. Please, let's hear intervention, sir.
This is the voice of Andrea. We are here for the Massive Rescue Mission Information Hub.
Okay, let's hear you, sir.
Thank you. Let me say thank you for talking point this afternoon. You see, some of the things that you pointed out, it is something that happened during the past 6 years, and now we have a new government, and then we have gone, let's say, 10 months, and on a real, and the release from MSC Miami, we welcome it because this government is different than the past government. Wherein we will see people with a release against government. Auditor will do their job. After some time, we will actually go look. We will have a dev new for them. But on a JND, we are not seeing it. There are too many auditors doing that job. Too many people taking a release against the government, and then they are free. They are moving freely, which of course we commend our president for that. That is what we call a peaceful environment for everybody. And just to inform the public, we are seeing some massive work being done on the motor road by the government.
No, now I'm talking about why I thought you were talking. I'm talking about the government. Hello, the next caller. Our line team will talk about. I'm talking about your government doing massive work.
I'm Amos Johnson, calling from Grand Bassa, District number 2.
Grand Bassa, is that we district?
District number 2.
Is district number 2 is on we or where?
Is right after district number 1.
All right. Let's say you. I know that area around after Little Bassa. Go ahead.
Okay. No. Okay. Thank you for your program. It's a great field. I listened carefully, and I just want to make my contribution. That particular man, Johnson, Augusta Johnson, he have a habit getting money from the white guys, bringing company in community. Like what he did, he brought one white company in our district. They spent 5 years, all of the agreement, the MOU signed. They gave him the money. He ate everything, nothing. He ate the one clinic and the 2 junior high school they're supposed to build.
In Grand Bassa.
Yes, he ate the money. And he's really unwanted man because all of the old machine is back there and all of the trees.
All the machines are sitting this way.
Everything in the bush is getting wrecked.
Wow.
And our lawmaker, Honorable J. Clarence P. Banks, took that issue with him. He went to Supreme Court, and he cannot be serving. He cannot be serving as operation manager for a company. Then he be working in government. So please, I just
that's a conflict of interest.
Yes, I just tell you if you can give me his that document.
Okay, I will send that to you.
Nina want to publish that thing. Let President make sure and take him from that area there.
Thank you. I got to know. I'll send it to you. Hello, welcome. The next caller. Hello.
Hello, John. How are you?
I'm okay, sir. What's the name? Please make your intervention. Let's hear you.
This is Melvin.
Melvin?
Yeah, one very trained regular called Melvin Kai.
Melvin Kai. Welcome, my brother Melvin Kai. Let's hear you.
And we are still around.
I know Melvin Kai. I've not heard that name for a long time, but I'm glad to hear you.
I've been monitoring you. You say why you're better than snake and laugh? How you pronounce it?
Kalu Farrell. Kalu Farrell, snake and laugh.
Yeah, I wasn't about the radio, man. I just called to check with you.
Oh, my man, Melvin Kai, man. Welcome, my brother. Long time, bro. Melvin Kai, welcome. 07009079007. Let's have a conversation. It's interesting on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. And we'll be planning to take your spouses out to have some drinks. Ice cream is eaten. And the kids are happy. While you and yours are having some beer and some stout and just starting is beering. And all of those, call me on 07009079007. This is Voice of Liberia. My name is Chala Emmanuel Grayfield. I'm the nation's health major. Remember Chala Grayfield chapter 1 verse 1. Let's talk and talk and talk and never shall we fight. This is a premier area that you have all the discussions. This is infotaining. Welcome to it. On the flip side of our clock, I will have a guest who is in studio. Hello, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bridges.
Good afternoon, sir. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, I'm Azariah from Austinville.
Okay.
Sitting down as my resident.
All right, let's say you, sir.
Yeah, it is good at least. I appreciate you, but you see, one thing about government is that when the other government go, the other one come in, we all turn around as a Liberians.
Absolutely.
We can put things together to see the movement of our nation. We are not now ready to say we are for party, we are for this person. The party is just something to bring us to the line, but as election has passed over, government became Liberian. And Liberia is the one that built this nation. So let's put the party aside and see how best we can build our nation. Thank you.
I agree with you, brother. But listen, are you going off?
Yeah, only that.
So, you know, one of the things I appreciate Joseph Imam Boakai, and even we are said that after he won election, one day he came from abroad and there was a Thanksgiving service held at the Dominion Christian Church. We are said I have won election. There is no CDC, no unity party. Let's come together. But yet there was division in the country. One guy comes and say, no green, no blue, let's be together. But the guys on the other side who have won, some of them are say very angry. Yeah, and then some of them have angry losers, angry winners rather. Yes, some of them are very good people.
Yeah, you see,
so I don't know how we work inside this country.
Mr. Gravy, I listen to you. You see, most of the thing are crippling in our society today is that we let us bring criticism that will bring destruction in our nation. And this nation here, nobody can build it up besides you and myself.
I know.
So as a result, if we put our hands together and begin to support our life and our president, our leadership, we will all win the minds of the people and see how best things can go on. Just look at it, even the legislature. You see, today we call them the elder. And what they are doing today, we ourselves, we don't know. Even it is just something right that we must be in a nation that seems that must be working into the consistent. It will not be fine. We are there. We are with our president. He was not one person president, he was president for the nation. And today, Baka has come there. Baka is the president for the nation. Why not we all support that? The world was supporting we are. Why not we support Baka?
Thank you.
See how Baka, even the error is coming, we try to see how they can verify and correct the error.
Thank you so very much, brother. Thank you, sir. The next caller is here. Let's hear you, caller. Welcome, your own voice of Liberia.
I'm Moses calling from the ERW.
Thank you so much, Moses. Welcome.
Thank you. You know, when people get praise, one, I would tell you thank you for the mayor of the city house. He's doing well on the line of cleaning up. But when people praising someone and you're forgetting about somebody on a bad doing, they're not doing fair. Let the mayor first call and say, let you talk about the mass killing of King George. When they shoot the quote to King George, let him talk about the police brutality. Let him talk about the thing that happened to Radita Market. Let him make reference.
What happened to Radita Market?
Radita Market last night when they said the police were beating people and brutal last night. They were calling people journalists to go and see. Let him also make.
You mean last night? You mean last night?
Last night. Even they got to call on freedom for freedom journalists to go there.
So who was beating who? Who was beating who?
They said the police.
Beating the marketeers?
Market last night. Ask anybody will tell you.
So I'm asking, I said who they were beating? Like beating the marketers or criminals? Which one?
The market put last night.
For what reason?
At the market. Nobody knew. That's what I'm saying. They told when bad things going on, they will also make reference on it because we're trying to correct some bad things and some good things. And when good things happen, you must talk about the good things. The mayor was doing well. The people are cleaning the city. I tell God, thank you for that. But when bad things going on, you should always talk. We got to forget about the bad politics and put our country first. Because even when you're talking about George, we have government, there's bad things going on. Yeah, we know some bad things going on. Joseph Burger government too, there's more bad things going on too. You must make reference. Don't got to forget about it and push our country further. That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me take the next caller. Welcome. You have 1 minute. Oh, Derek, you know, good man.
That was just in passing, Jala. You know, this is Derek for the public. This is a lot of your callers talking about we should forget about party and unite our country. Who's supposed to lead that tribe? if we are talking about unification of after election, I think Mr. Bwaka has the most responsibility in making sure that our country is united after election. I can remember 2018, right after election, after inauguration, when President Weah took over, she was greeted by a lot of but in the same vein, he was able to call all of the political actors, political stakeholders at Berekasa Hotel. And he put it on the table and said, gentlemen, election has come and gone. This is Liberia. We all need to rally our in making sure that Liberia progress. But from what I can see, Mr. Bwaka had not been able to do what President did or what even Manasali did. Because
everybody has their own leadership styles. Maybe his style is not meeting opposition, though.
But it just speaks to the fact that Mr. Bwaka is not a leader. He doesn't have that leadership skill. Because he does not have the leadership skill to lead our country. And this is why you see our country in total noise everywhere. The first branch of government, people are making noise. And it's not a standstill. It's nothing working for all of us yet. Our economy is very bad. Things are not okay. I mean, we can just be all of the losses President Bwaka has in his government. Now they need to do more. This morning,
all right.
Talking about some of the sticky issues. I think he needs to proceed as a leader, not to be doing the kind of thing that he's doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. David King Tunian. Thanks a lot for that. Let me take this call. Hello, welcome. You are on Voice of Liberia 104.1.
Hello, Chala. This is Gloria Johnson.
Gloria Johnson. Gloria's George, right?
Yeah, John, J-O-H-N.
Oh, yeah, Gloria John. I call you George.
Oh, John.
Gloria, welcome, my dear sister. How are you?
Yeah, not bad.
Let me hear your intervention.
I'm really disturbed about what is happening at the Capitol, right? I think we have given a lot of credence to these 43 lawmakers. These people are, what they are doing is against the Constitution, and then we are giving a lot of credence. I think we should stop it.
Okay. How do we stop it? How do we stop it?
But we should start talking about them. They are in the wrong. They should do the right thing. That's all. I hear you talking about they are relieving others that they met on committees of their post. Should they be doing it when they are not doing it right?
No, it shouldn't be happening in the first place. It should not be happening in the first place. Now they say Abu Kamara, Marvin Cole, and Color Green, they will leave their positions. They will suspend them. All of those things. I think these are recipe for chaos.
They are not acting. They are wrong. What they are doing, they are wrong. So we should not be giving them too much credence. I listened to Musa Terete last night. He's trying to say if they continue this way and the case favors them from the Supreme Court, he has on the minority side, he's the chairman, and he's going to retaliate. They are going to get Richard Kun off.
He said I didn't follow him. Oh.
Yeah, that's what he said. This thing is just going to be a noise. He said, let Richard Kun then fight.
So you see what happened now, man, Gloria Jones. It means that the president of Liberia should take charge of this matter. It seems that he's not in charge.
That's where I'm going, because I expected everybody said President Bwaka is not part of it, right? But I expected him now to take some stance. But because Musa said something very important, Musa said there was a time they had a problem and the president was very angry. He sent for all the lawmakers, told the nation, he told them, why is it when I send people there, you people always defend them? I don't like it. And then the speaker, told him, sorry, we won't do it again. Okay, if you can do that, what stops you now from calling these lawmakers? You call them before at the mansion to tell them you don't like how they are detaining your people at the legislature. So then now, why can't you play that intermediate role?
Absolutely.
This is frustrating because what Musa said last night, I know they have the capability. So if they feel that they are going to, do one kind of something and then just decide to say Richard Kun Black won, Musa said they will be warming or they are going to retaliate. They will make sure they get Richard Kun off. He has 29 men because he is the chairman on the speaker side.
Okay. So it becomes a win-win situation.
That's it. That's why I expect every Liberian to stay on the side of the Lord. I'm going to tell you, I listen to all the radio stations. I'm marking names. As many people are going to be talking on the 43 men side, we're looking up because story, we are going to bring their names up. It's wrong. We want this country to push forward. We want things to be better. We are tired of suffering and being frustrated all right. And then you got some young Nigerians talking about it for the 3 men and speak of step and step and step. How can you be reasoning like that?
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Gloria Jones, thanks a lot for that. Let me recognize some of the guys who have joined us on our live Facebook feed. Kutu Pay says, good afternoon, Voice of Liberia. I'm watching you from Banga City, Bon County, Liberia. Thanks for the show. Prince Togic Bear. There's Prince Talk Bear says, okay, I read that comment earlier. Alice Moses, continue the good work, Mr. Grayfield. Paul Molba says, good afternoon. I'm watching from Zero Koli, Guinea. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Paul Molba. Welcome and always follow the show. We will acknowledge your listening role, you and your friends and family in Guinea. Zero Koli, we are neighbors with friends. And Mohammed Kole says, and that's why they went to law now. That's why they went to law now. Mohammed Kole is saying that. Abraham Women says, welcome, my brother. The show is next. Mag Zickler. Good afternoon, Mr. Grayfield. I'm watching from 72nd Community. Please send your text messages on our live Facebook feed. I'll read them. But again, I forget to get your number. There are some people who don't have Facebook phones. They want to send their text messages. I'll read them for you. Send it to this number. My number, 0770 560 560. 0770 560 560. Send your text messages there. I will read them for you. I didn't say you call that number. And after the show, don't call that number. Don't text to that number because I will not answer you. I didn't say you call it. I said text, answer him a call. You can't listen to people. Hello, welcome. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. There is a voice of William Covey.
William Covey. Let's hear you, my brother.
Thank you, Chief, for the analysis.
All right.
You know, I already say they are marking all of us men who are on the side of the.
Hey, my man, when you say marking people, you lawmaker.
No, she said those people who are on the side of the who are preaching in favor of the majority.
So listen, you are not a lawmaker. She said those on the side. It means that those who are doing legislative business on Capitol Hill. Now you were the caller.
Okay, no problem. It's okay.
Make a big call of voices on that, man.
It's okay.
Come and leave us see.
Wow, find out too.
Galamama.
So, let's be clear. If former President Charles can get Taylor, who resigned from the nation's highest seat, which is the presidency, for the sake of peace and the love of country, goodness, who cannot do it? Because
so you think Braga can do similar if he's pressured?
If today, out of the 5 million plus people that voted President Braga, 3 plus million or 4 million come out and get into the streets to protest. Trust me, we will be on the side of those people to tell Braga step down. The majority have lost confidence in you. Because they say, leader, who are you going to leave? When over 3 million people say, we're no longer willing to work with you as the president or recognize you as the president. So who are you leading? So that is the point. If you have some pity after 44 parties tell you that we no longer enjoy your confidence, all you do, you cannot afford leadership. All you do is resign, because if even you remain there, for example, people saying that the president should intervene. Today, if the president come out to intervene, and even force the majority to go on up, because the majority say, okay, since that is the case, we'll go there and we'll work together. For anything you send to her, we'll go against it. The president will say this off? No. Because the fact need his work to go on.
Okay,
so
Chief.
No on a majority you need to look at. So if President Taylor can resign from the national IFC, Kofa, there are people who resign from our seat today at a different level. So now what that man representative resign from the speaker seat today is senator. Cannot resign today is senator.
Okay.
You think you can resign today and even become president tomorrow?
Thank you. Thank you, Roland. Mr. Corvey, welcome. Thanks a lot. Let me welcome Marvin Kai. Marvin Kai says he's glued to the radio. Evelyn Brown, watching me from Zizi community in Painesville. Evelyn Brown, welcome. And all of you watching and listening to us, keep calling. Please keep monitoring our live Facebook feed. Leave your messages. I'll read them for you. Make sure you share the video so that others on the other side can hear and watch them so that they all can be a part of it. Let me say good afternoon to my friend and brother, Mr. Sober George. Mr. Sober George and his darling wife, Ophelia George. I guess you guys are driving from Sinker now, going back home in New Georgia. Mr. Sober George, I shut the door and walk out of here. So let me say good afternoon to you, Mr. Zona M. Ducle. He says, good afternoon, watching from my rescue corner 16th Street Sinker. And that's Mr. Zona M. Ducle watching from somewhere. Good evening, Mr. Jala Griffin. My name is Nelson J. Loy, monitoring your show from my GSA resident in Painesville. Welcome and thanks to you, Mr. Nelson J. Loy. Yeah, hard to hear in the country. I don't know. I hearing problem here, girl. What? That comprehension problem. I announced my number to send text to. I didn't say you call it. If you call that number, you get tagged. I will not answer. Yeah, answer. I just okay. I later. You don't forget. I said this number is the number 0700907. That's the only number here. The other loan sign number will have the resuscitated maybe by tomorrow. This one I'm just trying to accommodate you because some of the guys don't have Facebook phone, they listen to the show, they can't call again. So when you say your text, I'll read them. So I give this number 0710-560-560. 0710-560-560. So you can send text and you calling it. Hello, welcome to the next caller.
Thank you, Big Boy. My name is Segu
Fofana. Hey.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Number, and you?
I'm okay. Segu.
Yeah, before let me respectfully disagree with your analysis.
Please do. Please do. That's the bit of democracy, brother.
You know, when it comes to the election that brought the President Walker in power, nobody gave it to us.
Okay.
We run for it and we take it.
Okay.
We be judged, we are flat. And
yeah, I agree. I be flat.
To accept the result, that's what he will post. He will post to accept it. The election will be.
Yeah, we agree. Yeah, I agree.
But for you to say to FBS, they can have. Let me tell you this.
No. Finish the FBS thing. Finish the FBS thing.
You say FBS. You said that President Walker told high school graduate and carry there, right?
I'm not just saying LBS. I'm saying they are incompetent people who they took. It's not just LBS. I'm not saying LBS alone. There are people who are in government who don't have the requisite qualification to work.
I want to ask you now, how you can measure, how you can know to say someone is qualified or not qualified?
That's true
education or that's true what?
But you tell me now. You tell me. Let me ask you. No, I'm asking you. I don't want to answer. I'm the one asking question. You to be asking me question. Answer the question. Answer yourself.
The source of knowledge is common sense. We get formal and informal education.
Yeah.
In the government, what are education background?
But the managing director of LBS, the director general of LBS, does he have a degree? Listen, let me ask you. The Fagon man, they carry LBS get degree. Fagon is a high school graduate from CSJ High School in Birmingham County. He went to America, you're working there in a coffee farm. He doesn't have a degree. He comes and say he get A degree, 3A degree. The man doesn't. My man, listen now. Fofana. I'm saying to you something I know. Fagon is my friend for over 10 years. Hey, my friend, wait, my friend, listen to me. We can talk together. We can sing together. We can talk together.
No, sure.
I'm saying to you, brother.
Yeah.
That if Fagon man at LBS, he instead needs to be guided by people. Then he guiding people that the man needs to be supervised, but he's supervising people with a mere high school degree. High school people. Then you took a master degree from LBS and you dismissed them because of patronage whatsoever. Listen, listen, my friend. Let me just ask a question. Estelle Camus was the director general LBS. She has a master degree. The Sober George, the Jalad Gravy, the Azarare, we have degrees above terminal degrees. You're talking about what I mean. So I'm saying to you, these are the examples that one place I know.
So if you measure that, let's come to the history of West Africa now. The leader and Ali, like Sekou Touré in Guinea. What was the educational background?
My man, the least Sekou, I told my comrades about Sekou Touré. I didn't know about Sekou Touré. My man, Fofana, ain't get background of Guinea, ain't get background Guinea background. The time I was Sekou that degree he got. And you know, answer you, ain't say the man Sekou Touré whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
Ain't get Guinea background. Tell me what you a guy. You get you're no boy. No, I didn't know that because I'm a Guinea background. So you telling me
Guinea, please. I'm not for Guinea.
But you bring Guinea to here.
I'm not for Guinea.
Oh, my man, you told Guinea to us. What I was saying now.
Female are to you. You know that I don't know even graduate from school.
Say for one leave man for one. Yeah, myself we have come me power again. All right, for one, thank you, man. Thank you. I will take my guest at 15 minutes past 5 o'clock. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
I'm a simple question. I wanted to clarify something.
Oh, okay. Global Jones.
So I was hearing that guy talking about the lawmakers don't have confidence in this guy that they should step aside.
Mm-hmm.
All right? If you are saying that Nancy is not, refusing to step aside, this is a professional man. He has to have due process. You give me almost 7 counts. You say a lot of things that he wanted to just put in the air. He has to go back and practice his law. You don't put all those counts on him and he's not able to dedicate himself. That would be wrong. That kind of bad mentality that we always just when things happen, we say step aside. Now what happening now? People step aside without clarifying. There are a lot of companies that he has to clarify himself. He needs due process. You can't leave it like that. I want to tell you, I'm a nationalist and a patriot from an integrated background.
Okay.
I'm a both party line. I don't have a party. Any person that produce and do the right thing becomes fine. Thank you.
Thank you so, Glorious Jones. The next caller, welcome. I think 3 more calls. Take a break and come back and talk about drugs. Let me say welcome to you, Mr. C.M. Dan Jala. Let that man go. He doesn't know what he's saying. Zona M. Dukle, good afternoon. Watching from a rescue center on 16th Street. Yes, a rare comment. Welcome to the next caller. Welcome you on the show. Hello, welcome you on Bits and Pieces. Good afternoon, sir. Is that Badukomai? Badukomai, man, picking family.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, let me just thank you. I'm not saying you. Let me make no sense. If you want, I said they really do. But we like when it's social media can we discuss every day. You want to discuss politics. You got to be told why I'm not make you. Secondly, because there are very our government. You know, we put our life on the line to go in bombing, my Bible, and people that the power. It's also more wanted transparency. Why is there a minister or director that will explain you how to now declare as the evidence is happening? And no one will say that this way in the past. I'm declaring as a 5 years you feeling. But we are not determining every day. I can't let Benny I want to remove you. I want to do this. Now I agree with you. Because they have to, because they were going to do the correct thing. You know, as a president, if you have people that declare now, the building is good for 3 years. It's okay, I do.
Okay.
I didn't know why any, and the guy you're going to have here, you did back on. I live in you back on one day, program in jail, I found it already, and I asked him to tell you.
Man, but the Eugene Fagon man said he needs to be the man say living in a powerhouse on the boulevard. The man get one kitchen here. The man needs to be supervising. He will be supervisor. The man is a supervisor for people who get master degrees in LBS. He said needs to be supervising. He's supervising people. See how you brought LBS where it is. The man is a political ifulifu. You know, like ifulifu is a worthless, empty man. If you read Things Fall Apart, written by Chinua Achebe, you can say Chinua Achebe, but the name is Chinua Achebe. Chinua Achebe said, he said, a worthless, empty man, or ifulifu is a worthless, empty man. That man was quoting Umofia, the rest of Umofia, in that book called Things Fall Apart. You ain't get nothing. They ain't get one kitchen library. My friends are paying library and get go live are free. I may get nothing, man. Thank you, man. Bye bye. Thank you. I may get nothing. If I don't get nothing, nothing you get. My house are bill. I make get 350 US in the country is better off. I can get and go live there free. You get nothing. We're still living in a power and boulevard there. That's your man there. 070090790. Two more calls and I call a quit on this segment. Then I go to a young man who has come with lots of interesting information. We're going to talk about drugs in our country. This is one of the things that is killing our children. Mr. Abraham Wemi will talk to me about drugs. He's an anti-drugs activist and executive director of the Youth for Better Liberia. I will talk to him very shortly. Let me take a break. And everyone of you who joined me earlier, you are welcome to the show, and I appreciate you guys for being a part of it. It's always good to be a part of these educative programs. But you can keep playing the cash giveaway. Dial *799*90#. You play with $200 Liberian dollars, and you win $20,000 just if you won. Just keep playing. Just keep playing. Play with 200 LD. Dial *799*90#, and you play with just $200 Liberian dollars. You will get 20,000 LD. Let me take this break and recognize the guys who joined us and come back and call a quit on this segment. Sorry for that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry for that. Let me clear the few comments coming in here. Veteran Jim saw you, Bunny. He say, and a foolish fool. No, it's a foolish fool. It's EFULUFU. A foolish fool. Go and read Things Fall Apart. It's an a foolish fool. It's not a foolish fool. No. And a foolish fool. I read a book in 9th grade at St. Isidro Catholic School when Bill taught me. It's been almost 30 years since I graduated from high school. So I know, I said, no, a fully fool. Veteran James Sayubani. Yes, that's the definition he's given. It describes someone who is extremely foolish. The repetition emphasizes their lack of wisdom or sense, perhaps in a humorous or dramatic content. It might also be used rhetorically or creatively in storytelling or dialogue. Yes, you got the meaning, but you didn't get the spelling well. I love my Reverend James Seyu Bani Jala Gravy Hello, he says. I'm following from Mount Barclay behind the Bodniki, Lower Magibi County. Let me welcome some of the guys who join us on our feed from our phone numbers. Why the majority block that claim that they love thing one build Liberia can't forget about moving a speaker for the sake of peace, as they may say. Somebody is asking a question. He didn't put his name there. Please be reminded that former President Taylor was not rejected by Liberians. His resignation was pressure from the US. Yes. I remember the day where George Bush said, Charles Taylor must go. I was in the street of Monrovia at the time of Radio Veritas, with my recorder in my hands. When the guys, young people at the age of 15, they jumped into the street, they were demonstrating that Charles Taylor must go. I was here. It was not Liberians that pressured him. He said, I will fight from door to door, from house to house. Hi, Mr. Griffey. I'm kindly asking you to please tell our lawmakers to stop serving us. Thanks. This is my name. This is James from Hotel Africa. Good afternoon, the best and most wanted reporter of our time. My name is Jeffrey Singbe. Thanks for the show, he says. Good afternoon, Jala Emmanuel Grayfield. I'm Emmanuel calling watching from 14th Street Sinker. I'm Ophelia Davis testing from Iron Gate, High Vessel, Liberia. I love the show. We need to work together. Ophelia Davis, Iron Gate in Monrovia or Iron Gate in Bravo or Iron Gate in Banga. Ophelia Davis, welcome, my friend. The female competing with the males. Good afternoon, bro. This is Obadiah A. Henen listening to you from Broville, District number 17. Mr. Jala Grayfield, while Liberia, he says, Mr. Jala Grayfield, while Liberia, Liberians, we are going behind honor. We are going behind honor, Mr. Boakai. This Valley Keller testing from Red Light. Let me welcome my distinguished young brother. He's a student at the university in Pins. It's called, they used to call it former the T5 University, but it's not Apex University. He's an anti-drugs activist, a young man who is very passionate about removing drugs from our country. Seattle Roberts God Favor. That's Seattle Roberts God Favor. Good afternoon, GJ. Thank you so much for the job we have done for the Liberian people. Thanks for joining us. Seattle Roberts God Favor. Let me welcome in. Welcome to the show, my brother. How you doing?
I'm okay today. How are you too?
Yeah, just come close to the microphone.
All right.
And I hope my guys all that can come up and set this the camera on my guest. But introduce yourself. Where do you come from? What do you do? I was elated when I met you for the first time, just informally. And you said to Mr. Grayfield, I've known you for years. I've followed you. But I want you to give me some airtime to talk about the issue of drugs. Please introduce yourself.
So thank you, Ongo Jala, as I may call you. My name is Abraham Uyemi. I'm an independent anti-drug activist in Liberia.
Okay.
You correctly said it. I'm a student at the Apex University of Liberia, formerly Thomas B. Farah University. I've been into this for a long time, specifically the issue of fighting drugs. We are fully into making sure that young people achieve what they have to achieve. You know, we are fully into ghettos engagement. We are fully into those that are not into the habit. We are making sure that they don't get into it. For a couple of years, we started officially 2021 to now. We are doing what we can do. So basically, that's who I am. I'm someone I want to see young people be better. As young as I am, I believe that young people should be as young and also achieve what they want to achieve, other than going straight.
What are you studying at the Apex University, formerly Thomas Farah University?
I am currently reading sociology.
Okay, I did as man as well.
Yeah, sociology.
My first degree was in mass communication and then sociology. So you are my younger brother.
Yeah, sure.
And I like your passion for the social work. But let's know what is the motive behind your organization move to take people, young girls and boys who are in drugs abuse. Where did they get this motivation from to get involved in this? What are you doing?
So it was April 2020. 2020. Let's start from there. When I was walking down in the Kebab Bell. I actually visited one point where I saw one of my brothers, and we did high school courses together. And I saw him being drunk for the first time. And on another occasion, in the same position, he was also hard and misbehaving on the road. And he was someone that, you know, we really count on when it comes to doing, you know, tests, especially mathematics.
Okay.
You know, some of us, we are not too good in mathematics, so when it's time for mathematics,
you sit man, you be holding a chair.
Have to be holding a chair, and you'll be rolling over with answers and stuff like that. And when I saw that, it really baffles me. I was like, this guy is so much, he has so much potentials, and he cannot be someone that will go down the drain. So right away, I start talking to him, you know, because we sat together. So I start talking to him and start going around him. So at this, there was a point where I couldn't see him for some time. When I went on the estate, I saw him. He was washing car. You know, after we've graduated, you know, we did the computer course and other stuff. So while talking to him at the point in 2021, you know, he started doing better, and later on, according to sources, his family took him to out of the country.
Okay.
So from that standpoint, I felt motivated that this motivation came about, or let's just say inspiration, that if this brother can do better, you know, maybe through our intervention, I think more other young people needs us. So we started in the District 11, that most of the communities around that point, we start reaching out to ghettos and at least seeing what's happening there. You know, when I go there at every point in time, but then I won't talk, but just go there and, you know, talk to them and just have that little conversation like, Jeremy, how you're doing today and stuff, and leaves, right? So it start becoming a breeding that AB, this is what you should do. You cannot go and just have an hour with the people without saying anything, you know, sit there and just observe and they'll come back. I think you should start talking to them.
Okay.
Yeah. So we start talking to them, and one or two of them was like, yeah, this is, some of us, we are already tired with this, you know, we are tired with this, and we really want to leave this place, but we have been addicted. And leaving from here is a problem, and this inspiration grew. So we talk to them often. So we also observe that, gentlemen, this is, since to get an individual from the ghetto is hard, I think we should stop people from getting into the ghetto. Because,
and how do you stop them from going to the ghetto?
So in 2021, that was in April, we decided to reach out to, first of all, we started targeting schools that, you know, have a massive number in the ghetto. How do we do that? So normally when we go to the nearby ghettos, we notice that the students, they will leave classes or probably after school and then run directly to the ghetto. So when we get there, some of them, they'll just take out a share and hang it up and so on, or put it in a bag and stuff like that. But some of those schools, they get a sacks, and then they also, you know, put the emblem on the sacks. So we start to know that this school has more students in this they're just into habit, you know, because it might not be the only ghetto. So they are, when we see those students constantly in a particular area, then we know that this school is at risk. Therefore, we should be able to go to the school and talk to the students there, make them ambassadors. So, but we notice that when we go to this school, other schools, they are also victimized. So we sat back, and then we strategized on working on the students summit, where we organized the students summit in 2021. We had the first summit for those schools. So we brought all of the students together and then have them in one hall. We brought other activists to talk to them, and then we show them video of what we see in the ghetto, and then tell them how negative this particular substance is, how it feels to be part of the numbers in the ghetto, how it feels to be in addiction, and so on. So we make them to feel part of this, you know, other than leaving them vulnerable.
So how do you do your awareness? Do you go to ghetto from one ghetto to the other? Or you use the radio as a medium of informing the people, or what do you do? How many ghettos have you visited? And if you've been in this work for some time, tell us how many ghettos we have in Moswada, for example.
Good. So ghettos, they got like three. There's 3 types of forms. So they got
3 types.
Yeah.
And forms.
Yeah, 3 types of forms, right?
Okay, what do you mean when you say 3 types of forms?
Sure. So you see, they got some ghettos where you go there after 12 o'clock, you won't see nobody there. The place is absolutely empty. That's occasional ghetto, right? So it will be like students are coming from school or students that are going to school. When you pass there, you see that place very packed in the morning.
Students going to school.
Yeah. So you see the place is
so many we have students who are going to school in the morning and they will pass to the ghetto, taking drugs.
Yeah, they will pass to the ghetto and take what they're supposed to take before entering the class. So when you go there 6 in the morning, you go there 7 o'clock, you go there 8:30, you see people there, right? So between 7, 6 up to 11 o'clock, you see after 11 o'clock, you will see nobody there. So the place is completely empty. Why we reach up to 11? Because at recess, some of them will sling out of the fence. You know, some of the schools that got gate and other stuff, they're going to find a way to leave the school and go recess and also take in substances and come back after recess. So you know that place will be packed between that, 6 or 7 up to 11. So after 11, the place is empty and there's no dealer there. So that place will recover in the evening. So somewhere around 6 o'clock in the evening, 5 o'clock in the evening, everybody will reassemble and get high, and everybody go home. So that place will be active between 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and everybody, disassemble.
So it means that the students who go to school in the afternoon or who come from school in the afternoon, they also sit there and take drugs.
Yes, yeah. So you see, Liberia now before 2022, 2023, we were saying, oh, we got people that will go to the ghetto once in a day. It's not like that today. So you get someone that almost want to spend all their times in the ghetto and just smoke for all of. So in a day, the working hours is like 8 hours. So someone can spend 8 hours in the ghetto and just smoking kush. That's what we're going to talk about, right? But another ghetto is the medium ghetto, where you see people, you see the children will be there from the morning hours, that's the 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, up to 6.
From morning to 6 p.m.
Yeah, you see that ghetto is packed.
So many of those ones are not going to school.
So people you see there, they just go there in the morning and they remain there up to 6. But that ghetto runs, it runs up to 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. When you go there, you'll meet people there. Even though in the afternoon, like late afternoon, the number will decrease, but the dealer is there and people will be there. Even 5 persons, you'll meet them there.
So how did he get a notice? Does that mean that you are patrolling to all these ghettos?
So most of
you have the agents are doing that.
So most of the ghettos, what we do, like I said earlier, we establish the student summit, and then the children that comes for the summit, we make them as ambassadors. That they will go back to their various communities and their various schools and talk to people about drugs. So some of them they feel the passion in us, and they feel that the passion is being transferred to them. So they will also be like us and reaching out to these areas often and updating us. But in what I reside, I know the total number of active ghettos, inactive medium ghettos, like I said, and occasional ghettos. So in my district number 11 and 12 and
who's represented there?
Politics and me, we're not really familiar. So
you say 11, right?
Yeah.
That is
so
district,
yeah,
right?
sure. So I think that's the from the Gunnersville.
Yeah.
Gunnersville,
it's Mr. Richard now.
Right, you see. So we got in between there, we got the number, we got some number that was between 2023, that was between 94, that it was more than that. But we're not counting, they got some other ghettos that you just see 4 stools, they just get a little breaks and sit down there 4 persons, and then they get high and they leave. And after 2 hours, it was also a summer, so we're not counting them. Those small ones there are so many. You understand? So the active ones, they are around 50, and the medium ones, they lower than that. In the 3 areas I mentioned.
Okay.
So what we did, we normally go there. We march in the ghetto. That way we also do our ghetto engagement that starts in December. So we go to the ghetto and then we'll have conversation with the areas in the ghetto. Okay. The ghetto got leadership. The ghetto got the DOC, they got a CEO, they got an enforcer, they got a 5-star and a 4-star. So,
and I guess the government, the Liberian National Police knows about all of these things, and the DA knows that. What can they go and raid these places?
So these places, they are rare often, but you see, excuse me, these places, they are raid often, but there are some other issues that I think is seen working. Raiding, getting the people in jail, maybe imprisoning them, isn't solving the problem. You understand? So we get the DEA going down there often. We get 1 or 2 community people driving there. You see in some community, I don't know if you live in some community like that, where you
I do. There's no community in this country that's free from this.
So you see, they will have the boys there in certain partition in the community. So the boys will be in certain portion. So most of the community, they are divided into blocks now. They got block A, B, and C. So maybe they will have the boys in certain corner where they got swam. And all the other community people, they're going to be off front. So you have those boys, you put them together, they are creating different minds for the community people. They feel that they are not part of the community. You understand that? So they do whatever they want to do in a particular corner.
All right. So I will come to ask you, because I asked you earlier about the number of ghettos we have in Monserrado. If you were to put a spin to it and let me know how many ghettos we have in all the countries. Since you are an activist, I guess you have the numbers in your hands. I will ask you about measures you are taking to have these people taken off, because there are places where you go and rehabilitate them. Are they willing to leave the ghettos? What are the names of the drugs that are being brought to the country? Let me welcome Mr. Emmanuel Vancia Jr., watching from German Embassy compound in Congo Town. Mr. Emmanuel Vancia Jr., welcome. Zeyeman Gabo, Big Brother Jala Gravy, I'm following you from my resident from the Republican state of Georgia, USA. And good evening or good afternoon to the good people of Liberia. Zeyeman Gabo, welcome. Zeyeman, I always say to you guys who are following the show, please share the video and please inbox me. Let's have a conversation. We want to have a good, strong diaspora-based audience. You say, you know the dealer, why are you not reporting them to the police? Zeyeman Gabo is asking you. So let's know, what is the total number of ghettos we have in Monserrado? Do you know?
So in Monserrado, we take into consideration the active ghettos that we can name, the popular ones, right? So in Center Street, you got the Penon building, right? Where you got most of the people stuck. In fact, they live in there, right? And you go to Nukutan, you get the Zimbabwe, you get H2O in Nukutan. Yes. So in Nukutan, when you get to Point 4 Junction, you get Zimbabwe right there where they get Mandela Fee. So that's one major ghetto where you got 24 hours. You go there 1 o'clock in the morning.
I guess the police or the DA knows the places.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows the places. Everybody knows, right? You see, we feel that our jobs or what we do is being played with when we see these areas being packed every day. But you know what, big brother, most of the children you see in the ghetto today, they are victims. They are victims. Me, you see, if one of them told me before, they say AB to be in the ghetto, they call me Torin. That's my ghetto name. So they'll be like, Torin, they think here we are taking 1 year, I will not take it. You understand? If it is not around, I'm not going to take it. But once I'm seeing it, it is available.
And I became very hungry for it.
I'm going to take it. Do you understand? So see, the people in the ghetto, they don't want to be there. They don't want to be there. They don't want to be like, hey, this is where I belong and this is where I want to be. They don't want to be there. They actually want to leave. When you see today, you walk in the street, you see the children with BB4. We talk about that. I have the reference.
BB4, you mean the one who can tie the foundation at Fort? What the reason for that? What the cause of that?
That I can tell you now. We're on that was on one radio station. I'm going to come in my head. I talk about that. When they talk about our trunk, the one we call zombie. Yeah. The real name is trunk.
Trunk.
So, yeah, okay. Trunk. TR.
So zombie is a drug too?
So zombie, the real name for zombie is trunk.
Okay.
If you want to check it out, you're going to find that. So see, this drug is almost like It's like a rest green tablet. I don't know if you saw that before.
I've not seen it before. I don't want to see
it. You actually need to see it so that you can be able to talk about it better. You see, so it's like that. But then in Liberia, you know, we normally we just do things in Liberia. So those boys, they get our stuff. The people that are bringing in and they don't deal us. They're going to bring the thing here in Liberia, and then they will mix it with kush and all that stuff. But kush is another terrible substance by itself. And zombie is another terrible substance by itself. So the boy, the one that busting the foot on the area where you can find boom. Where you see someone have a direct mark on the boom.
Yeah.
That's so there that zombie so.
Right on the boom.
Where you see someone get so on the boom. Because the zombie, it busts the boom.
And it doesn't heal.
The person will still walk. The person going to walk like that. Because no matter when something happened to your bone, like my foot right now, I got some problem. Isn't bone problem, right? But it changed my way of walking. But when someone foot get broken and stuff like that, you're going to see they're going to be sitting for some months and yeah. So it's just like, I don't understand, but this is what zombies do to them. And the ones that got so in a muscle, you see someone get so in a pepper jar and stuff like that, that particular so that kush or so. But you see, zombie so leads to death. It can kill.
And so that one goes, it busts the bones.
It remains there. It just
it's not curable.
Yeah. Water leave, or until the person goes off. So we said it and we said we're projecting, like you said. We're projecting and say in 2 years, we're going to be picking barley from the street. And if you look at just yesterday, just on Friday, not yesterday, Friday last week on my birthday, I was going on campus. We had one barley lying down right in front of the NTA gate, right in front of the fence.
And that was a zooming body.
Someone died. They saw it on the guy foot. In recent time, we had to bury a lot of them. And if we have the opportunity to get people calling and talking about the day ballet they can pick up or the day ballet they can see.
We'll add over the phone lines so people to call.
You're going to see that most of the young people, they aren't doing better. Most of the young people, before they get to that, because there was not a time in 10 years back where you get people going to the ghetto and telling people, say, they think you're taking it not good. People are afraid. We know that it is, to go to the ghetto is something very different. You go there, maybe you be harmed there. Nobody send you there. So the first thing going to be, who sent you there? Right? But God help us. We went there and we make the people to understand our gentlemen. Yes, everybody get a bad habit. Yes. It really mean I'm talking to you. I do have mine. But yours is killing you. Yours isn't that good to the extent. If you people are good people, look at the lives you put. Look, you cannot be someone that will hold water for someone before you can eat. These boys you see in the ghetto, they are people from good homes. They are people.
I am a victim. My nephew, he's in the ghetto right now.
You see that?
He had 3 square meals a day. He had television to watch every time he comes to school. He was attending the familiar school in Johnsonville, owned and operated by Mr. Patrick Kumaya. That young man got in 12th grade. One day he told my wife and said, I don't want to stay here. I want to ride a motorbike. The street was calling him. He's been taking those substances, small. Now the guy is in the street. He's in the street for the last 8 months, go to 1 year. We've tried, we can't locate him anywhere. I'm broken with that. So I understand what you're talking about.
And you see, some of the reason why you see those boys didn't stay away, some of them, I met Lawrence, that's my reference. I told him, I said, man, anytime I take the route, I'm going to use it. And even though he's better now, this guy, he did a lot at home. You understand? So he came from a home where something like what you are saying, you have to go worry about cooking and whatever the case is. No, he just got to go to school, come by and eat. Maybe if he wants to sell it, that's fine. So this guy, when he got into habit 2013, he just in 1 month, he just went off.
Wow.
And then when he came back, he had to take the TV, he had to take the whatever was so important in the house and carry and sell it and left the house. His parents went for him and brought him back. He took another stuff again and sell it. On the 3rd occasion when they went for him, they built an apartment in a very good way. When the men were living, even a camo in the ground, he had to roll it and carry it to sell it. So this guy was like, no, AB, I cannot go home because I have caused a lot. when I go home, people gonna eat.
So let me ask you, who are you working with? Do you have international partners? Do you have local partners that you're working with? And what are your immediate plans?
So we don't have partners. We are working like we're working now. We don't have partners. We don't have people that's helping us. Everything You for Better Liberia does is on our own. Even though we've work around one or two NGOs that could help us, but unfortunately they didn't work out for us. So and over the past 3 years, we've been working on our pockets, and kudos to our team. We've been working from our pockets to get one or two things done in Liberia. But basically, drug now is something that everybody should be concerned about. And national government, has to put more force on fighting drugs in Liberia. Over the past 5 months, we've seen the amount of young people that have died. We've seen the young people that will soon be dead. We are seeing the amount of young people that are running into into drugs on a daily basis. You see, there was a time in Liberia where people will only be on cigarette. Our parents would be like, "Gentlemen, man, you gotta leave the cigarette thing." People are on legal in fighting. Say you gotta leave the legal issue. You gotta find a way to get to leave these things. And people now, they are preferring someone drinking legal than someone smoking opium and so on. But this drug is a serious issue in Liberia, and everybody has to join hands so that we can work it out together. And for the people that lives in Nukutan, when it comes to the societal dividends of drugs in our country, people that lives in Nukutan will start from there. There are people that are victims of not hanging their clothes outside. Or when you hang your clothes outside, you have to sit aside until it get dry, and you carry inside to pack and whatever the case is. It wasn't like that before. It wasn't just like that. You understand? You could hang your clothes and just leave and come back, and you still see in the same position. Mm-hmm. But those are the negative attributes of drugs. Now the young people that are doing better, the young people that we think that are doing better, they are just small in number. Look at you today, Uncle Jala. You were behind the microphone and always talking about critical issues. Who do you think gonna take over from you after you left the scene?
There are many of them outside who are involved in drugs abuse. They should be coming here to go to school to replace us. They've been older hands in this business. They faded away.
And the one that pains us more, they will have to go to school and graduate from high school first.
Yeah.
So most of them
who are doing these things, they are from high school, somebody from college.
I met someone with BSc from University of Liberia.
My colleague Sabah George hosted some guys from the ghettos for around the ELA area when we were LBS. And the guy said he's a CRC, he's a man who is in charge of all the ghettos. The guy's story was so pathetic. I think he's from college or so, but he is a CRC for the whole ghettos in Painesville. When I listened to that guy that morning, very eloquent young man. And I said, this guy's wasting his time. And he knows that he's wasting his time.
You see? So in Mosurado County, I was just looking for this far, even though it's not opening. But in Mosurado County, the total number of active ghettos is 300. You see, we this document is not open. We reduced this to writing. We visited them because every month we do the ghetto engagement, and then we'll go to this point. We'll go to this ghetto, and after this one, we'll go to the next one. So if we're visiting 5 or 6 in a week or in a month, we have to visit them, make sure we make impact there. There's a ghetto we went to in Cowell. The ghetto is called Monkey Bridge. And besides that one, there's another one right on that's not Scotton Creek. They're having another one over the bridge that Madam Ellen Johnson built on Cowell Road, right? That's it's connecting that point 4, and yeah, right on there they get some other area right on there that you'll see those boys there. And there are sometimes if you get to the ghetto, you see small children. And I forget to say that, Uncle Jala, the children are into drugs today and are more above 21. Most of the
I was driving from Bombay County on the Sunday. I ran the bridge after what do you call the place? After this place, Door Bridge, what they got there, cow factory.
Yeah, that
on that bridge, there are almost 40 to 50 young people there
on the bridge. That's Cotton Creek.
Southern Creek Bridge. But let's take some calls and we'll come back to you. Let's ask Liberians who are there. What do you think? What is the way forward? You listen to a young man called Abraham Williams, a very young man who is passionate about helping other people trying to survive. Do you have a recommendation? Do you have a case that you talk about in your family? Hello, welcome. 30 seconds.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Big Brother Jala. How you doing?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, this is the first of William S. and I'm filming from Carport, North. And I respond from the massive rescue mission information.
My man, go ahead. You all those things, my man. No time.
No, sometimes important, Jala.
No, it ain't important every time.
So the issue of you're talking about the drugs situation. You see, brother, the entire thing about drugs is just that we the young people who got to try hard to keep talking to our brothers and sisters. Because it is not an easy thing, I won't lie to you. Every day we are being victimized by drug dealers. And the worst thing about it is that our own brothers are damaging themselves because they are forgetting to know that foreigners are bringing in the drugs.
Mm-hmm.
They are not the one taking it. And if you take in drugs, you damage yourself for the future. At the end of the day, the same foreigners come and take over your country. So they got to understand the people out there. Drugs business is an emergency case. Every one of us, we are all victimized. There are times you will not say, "Oh yes," but one way or you will be, everybody has his logo. It will be your son, it will be your uncle's son. One way or you'll be attached to it. So it's not one person fight; it's every one of us fight. And one of the strategies the LPA got to use is to see how best to empower community leadership. People that will empower the community leadership. It will help against the fight. When it comes to, it will help against drugs, to fight against drugs, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because, mind you, most of those people that can be selling the drugs, these are lay owners.
Okay.
And take your area and be using it to sell drugs. No?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let me entertain other callers. Thanks a lot, my young brother. Thanks a million. 07709079007. We're talking drugs. You know, if you're not talking politics, you will not have many calls coming in. But there are many of you whose children are affected directly or indirectly by this drugs issue. Can you call in and give your story, how it is working, or what is the situation? How do we make it better? Let's say you're on 07709079007. Hello, welcome. Oh, he gone off. Welcome. Just call me on 907-907-0707. I know many of you are interested in politics, but today on this segment, we're talking rehabilitation of disadvantaged people, young people who are in the ghettos. That's what Mr. Abraham Williams has come to talk about. Call me, let's talk about it. It's not politics, it's about development and the human body as a whole. Hello, welcome. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel Escori Jr. and I call from District number 11.
Okay, let's hear you.
So again, I want to commend a young brother of mine, strong comrade, who has taken a stand to activate against drugs. And I think the government of Liberia is supposed to prioritize the issue of fighting against drugs. Because the case study of what he just talked about in our community nowadays, we notice that drugs is affecting even the security of the community, where you not even have the chance to wash your clothes and leave it outside. The community is not safe at night, and these are things the lawmaker, instead of fighting to be speaker, should be focusing on.
Okay.
Because you can't have your district and just is affecting young people, and then you are not focused on it, but then you are only interested in being speaker while the majority of your young people are dying. Since the election, Honorable Kun are not very focused on the district, and I think it's not good. It's
All
about
right.
time.
Yeah, let's leave the politics out of it.
To come back and focus on the young people of the district. Thank you very much.
The next caller, welcome. Hello, welcome.
Hello?
Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, welcome. Let's hear you, my friend.
Sorry, my line. Hello? Are you getting me, sir? Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Okay, my name is Alpha Sharif. I'm calling from Ghana Vita community.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. With regard to your topic on discussion, first of all, let me take this time to tell you thank you very much for bringing this up a topic. These are some of the things we need to be discussing in this society.
Okay.
Because it is everybody's business. Whether your somebody is affected by it or not, it is everybody's business.
Okay.
And we need to fight it together.
Absolutely, we agree.
This thing should be something that it should be a national concern. It should be something that government really need to focus on and to put some money in the budget to help some of the organizations who are taking the initiative to sensitize people and also to help some of our brothers to lead the street. This is a national issue, and this is not just unique to Liberia. African leaders need to stand up because most of the jobs are not made in Africa. It is made in the Western world. Who are the people that are bringing it to African society to damage our future, the coming generation, to damage them? Because they want we Africans to remain in slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you are sick, you will not think about anything besides getting well. And this is affecting we all as a Liberian, so we need to follow it. So thank you very much, my brother in studio there, for taking the initiative. We must appreciate some of you people. If it is possible to carry on awareness in the community so that everybody can put data together to be helping such an organization. So thank you very much for hosting him.
Thank you so very kindly. Let me read a comment coming from Kolibo Emmanuel Kolibo. He says, drugs fight is every Liberian business. We too need to help government to minimize the high inflow of drugs addiction. Thanks, Abraham Wimi, for the efforts, he says. Let me say congratulations to my auntie, Princess TMCC. She's a very close person to the Deputy Speaker, Thomas Fala. They were all in the trenches with us in Foya, making sure that Thomas Fala is elected as representative of District Number 1 in Foya District. She's been appointed today by the Ministry of Education, Mrs. Princess FMCC. The Minister of Education appointed her and said, we are pleased to appoint you as Direct Education Officer for Pinsville District 4, Moswado County. This appointment takes effect as of the date of this communication. Thanks and congratulations to you, Mrs. Princess TMCC, who is a very supportive staff of the Deputy Speaker, Thomas Fala. We congratulate you for that. I'm watching from Caldwell, New Georgia, North Road, and I write from the Masses Rescue Mission Hub. That's William S. Hain. Let's come back to Abraham. We don't take calls again. But Abraham, you say you don't have any international or local institution you work with. How are you operating? Where do you get funds from to do other things, going in the ghettos, SYC? Where do you get money from?
So that's one of the biggest questions we always answer. Normally, Youth for Better Liberia, we work from our pockets. And not too many people can believe that. Those be like, but you have to cover, you just said 300 ghettos. And let's assume you're covering 50 in 1 month. How are you going to cover the ghettos? And when you go to the places, you need to motivate the people before they listen to you. If you're cooking for them or you're carrying something just for them to listen to what you want to say, you got to make sure and these things be available. And I told the people we don't have any support. We work from our pockets. Like me, I'm currently I'm a classroom teacher for now. What I earn from there, that's what I'm going to use to get on back and visit the areas and make sure I manage it in a possible way that I can be able to maximize more people. And also some other big brothers that feel that what we're doing is helpful, it's going to help our generation. They believe that, okay, so when we reach out to them and say, Chief, we got this on hand, they're going to be like, okay, I will see what I can do, but an official source that when we got programs coming up, we got events and team planning, they're going to take over, and work with what we have. We don't have that. All
right. So I urge you, I followed, Darius Dillon is someone who has this rehabilitation center in your area. I will be getting in touch with Darius. We don't have, sometimes we disagree on something, see, and I politically we don't align. But I appreciate Darius Dillon for the way he does to have established a center where they rehabilitate children and women and men in that area in Bannersville. He gives some support to that area. And I hope some days you find time to see Darius.
So we've made our effort. We've made our effort 2 years back.
He has not worked.
We made our effort. We reached to the office. We wrote him, and then the secretary that was Boyer or something, some bowl. We have the discussion, and everything we got will be there. The senator is currently focused on this, and he cannot help the process. You can't meet the senator because he's not around. And so on will be baffling with that situation. Yeah, we will have that. We'll have that recommendation to write against if we can see him. But we've made our effort. We've made our effort tireless to meet the senator and have this discussion with him, because this is not about me. It is not about you. It is about what we intend to see in 10 years from now. It is about what we envision for Liberia. Now we're talking about national politics, and everybody's like, yeah, this is that is. Who's going to fix this? Who's going to take over from Fonati? Who's going to take over from Baka? Who's going to be the next George Weah? Who's going to be the next opposition? Who's going to be the next imposition? Are we going to leave the country with people that have they don't have anything to think about? So Liberians need to focus on fighting drugs. We cannot live in a country where we have half of the population of the young people in the country, they are going astray and not doing better. Most of them, they just wake up in the morning and bust their head. You know what I mean? They bust their head. When you say bust their head, just to go there, you can start your day, right? So they call their bust their head. Wake up in the morning, bust their head, go hot water for people, steam, and so on, get food to eat. And they're done for the day. Not thinking about what's going to happen in the next 10 years. We don't have more young people that are thinking positive like you're thinking today. Even if they are not into drugs, they are doing something extra, off. And most women are into drugs more than men. Before I forget, women, they are into drugs more than men, and children between 14 to 21.
All right. Well, for our time begin to come and have another discussion. Once it has to do with drugs and the effort to fight it, we are open to giving more airtime to talk about it. This has to do with our country. Any parting comments, sir, in just 30 seconds?
30 seconds. I'm Abraham Weemi, and we don't have support. We don't have support.
Do you want to leave your contact if anyone wants to get in touch with you?
Yes. So, my contacts are 0779 15 76 15 0880 13 25 13 25 55 13 25 55.
Say that again.
0880 13 55 25.
Thank you, Abraham Weemi, a student at the Apex University, and he is also an anti-drugs activist.
What's in unity, we will build our nation.
Finda Momolu.
Liberia,
thanks for the job well done. Appointed as DO in the Bitz area. That's how we go this evening. Let me say congratulations to you, Mr. Lawrence family. They have two Lawrence families. One of them is appointed now as Assistant Minister of Information Services, replacing Martin Nyemplu. He is my friend and brother. Jala Grace, say congratulations to you, Mr. Lawrence family. Assistant Minister acting at the Ministry of Information Services. And my friend Lawrence family too from the YMCA area. We say thanks for joining us. Join me tomorrow again for the weekend edition of my side of the show called Bits and Pieces and the Nation's Heritage.
Liberia, we profess our long life, we profess our prosperity.
Remember Jala Gravy chapter 1 verse 1. Let's talk and never shall we fight. This man sending the text said, good evening and thank you for the show. I'm J.K. Dabet II. Good afternoon, sir. I'm Malcolm B. N. Thomas. I do join from district number 15, Caldwell, New Georgia. Thanks for joining us. Join me again tomorrow. I see when you see me again. My name is Jala Emmanuel Grayfield III. I'm the nation's heritage. When I say coming, Kiang Balakulu, or you say Nyale want to go, or you say Kalfagala, snake and laugh. Snake never laughs. Have a good day.
Showing loyalty to this nation, Liberia.
Producer.
Freedom, Liberia. Freedom, Liberia. Of Liberia is flying all the time. Showing allegiance, showing loyalty to this nation, Liberia. The flag of Liberia is flying all the time. Showing allegiance, showing loyalty to this nation, Liberia. The red on the flag stands for bravery. The white on the flag is for purity. The star is for republic. The blue sea is for black people. We know Liberia is our home. The Declaration of Independence was signed in 1847. 11% of people we are known as First Republic. The Lone Star shining evermore.